Good evening, folks, and welcome here to Bronx Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where our junior high Leopardettes are set to face off against Comanche. We're gonna have a little junior high action first, and then shortly thereafter we'll have some high school action. I am your host this evening, not Jake Rutledge, along with Tandra Hamilton. Tandra, you've had a little bit more time to study the field out there. You want to talk a little bit about what's going on? Who we've
Yes.
got?
So it looks like, well, I say I know, but I'm not familiar with all these names yet from our junior high, but it looks like Addie Dotson is going to be pitching for us today, and Riley Hart, well, maybe. No, Briley Russell will be our catcher today. And that is going to be strike one for Addie Dotson to the Comanche Lady Indian, or strikeout number one for the Comanche Lady Indians. And that's going to bring up number 7 for the Comanche Junior High team to the plate. And like I said, I'm not 100% familiar with all of our junior high girls just yet because this is our first game that we've been able to cover.
It is. A lot of the names we've heard and seen there through Facebook posts and stuff, but
Yeah.
we've been keeping up with our high school girls and kind of neglected these girls.
Strike one on the outside corner from Addie to start ahead right here in the count. And Addie delivers the next pitch, and it's going to be a ball just a little high, misses right there. Even the count 1-1 with one out here in the top of the first against the Comanche Lady Indians. Yeah, and our junior high have been doing very, very good. I think they've only lost one game so far this year, and it just hasn't been able, like we haven't been able to line our schedules up to get in much junior high games in just because usually they're playing on the same day as our high school girls. But I'm glad that now we're able to catch this game right before a district matchup.
Yeah, I got to admit, I'm a little excited to
Yeah.
get to see these girls finally.
It'd be big swing and a miss by number 7 Comanche hitter to even the count up 2-2 right here for Addie Dotson. Yeah, we've heard a lot of really, really good things. And when we were over at Marlowe, they were actually there playing, but they were playing the same time as the high school girls, so we didn't get to catch that. We were hoping they were going to play right before us, but they didn't. It's going to be a big swing and a miss by number 7 Comanche hitter for Addie Dotson's second strikeout of the game to start things off here in the top of the first. And that's going to bring to the plate number 8 for Comanche. And so far, so good. I mean, we know what Lily can do in the circle and at the plate. And I think that Lily's sister's kind of sitting here threatening right here. She's got a big arm and a big bat. I'm excited to be able to see her play also. It's a foul ball back into the net for strike one. Addie settles in, delivers the next pitch. It's going to be a ball one low right there from Addie to number 8 hitter. Addie gets her call and settles in and delivers the next pitch. It's going to be a foul ball down the first base side, and great hustle right there by our first baseman to try and get over there and get that third out of the game. And Dotson quickly goes up 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs right here in the top of the first against the number 8 for Comanche. Next pitch is going to be a slow roller to third base, and she's going to field that cleanly, but overthrow just a tad bit from the first baseman, and the Comanche runner is going to take second, stand up, double on an error by the third baseman, nonetheless. But Comanche does have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the top of the first right here, and that's going to bring up number 10 from Comanche to the plate. Dotson settles in, delivers her pitch, and it's going to be a foul ball back into the net for strike one. And like Robert said earlier, stick around because we will bring you the high school game directly following the junior high game for a big district matchup against the Comanche High School Lady Indians, and that is a must-win game for our high school girls. Big swing and a miss by number 10. And Dotson quickly goes up 0-2 right here in the count, and this is kind of where she's going to be able to breathe a little bit and be able to throw something, make her chase, something off speed. And ball just misses outside. And I think my niece actually just came up here and talked to me just a minute ago, and she did say that if they win this district matchup against Comanche, that they have the opportunity to possibly host a regional tournament here in Lindsay, and that's going to be strikeout number 3 for Addie Dotson to end the top of the first, and we will take a timeout here on the Lindsay Sports Network.
Okay. You are.
Welcome back here to Brock Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where we are covering our Lindsay Junior High Leopardettes right before our high school takes the field, and they are playing Comanche Indians, and we're in here in the bottom of the first. And we are going to start off with number 2 for Lindsay. And I apologize, there is not first names on our lineup cards, so this is Boatwright. She is going to foul off the first pitch of the at-bat for strike 1. Slow roller to the pitcher, and the pitcher's going to field it and make a play at first for out number 1 for the Leopardettes, and that will bring up number 6, Slater, to the plate to face the Comanche Lady Indian pitcher. Foul ball down the first base side. Going to be a ball hit into the gap right there between second and first for a stand-up single by Slater to get things going for the Leopardettes. Now that's going to bring up number 17, Aldridge, to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first here in the bottom of the first against the Comanche Lady Indians for our junior high girls. Be a ball high, fouled off back behind here. Comanche pitcher settles in right here for her next pitch. It's going to be a big swing and a miss by number 17, Leopardette batter. She quickly goes down 0-2 here in her batting. Comanche settles in. Delivers the next pitch. It's going to be a foul back into the net. Stays alive right here for the Leopardettes. And I was saying earlier how if we win this district matchup, our high school girls win the district matchup here in just a little bit against Comanche, they're able to host a
Now, hold on,
district.
Tina. We need to rephrase that. It's win.
Yes.
Win.
Win. That's going to be out number 2 for the Leopardettes, but nonetheless, we get a runner over in scoring positions for Addie Dodson to step up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on second base here in the bottom. Yes, win. Our high
That's
school
right.
girls take
That's right.
on Comanche and win this evening, they will be able to host a district tournament here in Lindsay. And ball past the catcher, that's going to get Slater over to third base right here for Addie Dodson. And that's going to be ball 1.
I've got faith. I think we're going to pull it off.
Absolutely. You know, we hung with them over in Comanche, and it was just a couple of really good solid hits that got them going. Other than that, it was a pretty close ball game through and through.
We sure did.
Too high.
You know, I remember when we were calling that game, we were getting the rundowns from the junior high game was behind us, and we had talked then about how we were wanting to see this junior high crew perform and finally getting a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've only lost 1 game this year, I think. It's going to be ball 4 for Addie Dodson. She's going to take a walk down to first base, and that's going to bring up number 24, Reigns, to the plate for the Leopardettes with 2 outs and runners on the corner. And I think we're going to see a pinch runner here for Addie since she is our pitcher today. And it looks like it is going to be number 5, Bridwell, for us. Ball past the catcher, and here comes Slater in to score, and she's going to get down and slide in safely to home. And Bridwell's going to get all the way over to third, but she does. She was called out originally, and the third baseman could not hang on to the ball. Kind of bobbled it a little bit, and she has been called safe. So the runner Bridwell was able to get all the way to third base, and the run did score for the Leopardettes. And they go up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first against Comanche with 2 outs and Reigns to the plate. It's a lot happening right there in just one single play, but we did get a run across. Foul ball back behind. We got some high school girls over there trying to get into the hitting facility. They kind of need a heads up over there just in case so they don't get hit. Ball out, straight behind us. And Reigns still stays alive right here as she's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on third base here in the bottom of the first. Comanche pitcher delivers a strike and hard ground ball to shortstop, and she was able to make that throw, and that is going to end the inning. But the Leopardettes did get a run across, and we head into the top of the second. 1-0 Leopardettes, and we are going to take a timeout on the Lindsay Sports Network. Welcome back here to Lindsay, Oklahoma, where our junior high Leopardettes are taking on Comanche. And the first pitch from Addie Dodson is going to be a big swing and a miss by the Comanche hitter for strike one. And this is going to be number 4. Step up to the plate for Comanche. Addie settles in and gets ready to deliver her next pitch, and it's going to be a ball. Just missed. Oh, I'm sorry. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. And she quickly goes up in the count. No. Addie settles in right here. Foul ball back into the net for the Comanche hitter to stay alive. You know, we've talked a lot about when this junior high group gets into high school, they're going to be really good, and they're going to change some things and make it pretty far in playoff runs. But nonetheless, I'm kind of excited to see the Dodson sisters playing together
Yeah,
in high school.
that definitely adds a new dynamic to
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
having sisters.
Both of their arms are really good. They both got really good bats. And I think there might, and that's a swing and a miss, but drop third strike, and that's going to be recorded as the first out of the game as Briley Russell was able to get that down to first base for out number 1 for the Leopardettes here in the top of the second, excuse me. I think there might be a little bit of competition going on between Addie and Lily once they get in high school together.
You think?
See who can get on the mound first. But I think all these junior high girls are going to add a lot of good talent and a lot of positive things to our high school roster because we're young. We're super young on the high school roster. And most of these girls are 8th graders that are out on the field right now. And just adding more talent to an already talented group is just going to make us have a really good run in the longevity of the season. It's going to be ball 1 in the dirt for Addie Dodson. It's going to be a 1-1 count. This is going to be Comanche batter number 10. Nope, 35. Sorry. Excuse me, 35 for Comanche. And that's going to be a hit by pitch right on the elbow. She's going to take her base with 1 out here in the top of the second and a runner on first. Going to have a little conference out there just to calm Addie down and tell her that the defense, we got you. Just pitch the ball and we'll make plays for you.
Yeah, Leopardettes on top, 1-0, and there's only one runner out there on home. No need to. Way early in the game, there's definitely no need to.
Super early, and I think junior high only plays 5 innings. I'm not 100% positive about that, but I'm about 80% positive. I think they only play 5 innings. It's gonna be a foul ball. I believe strike number 2. Addie delivers that pitch. It's going to be ball in the dirt, and that runner is going to take off and go, but stops halfway, and they get her in a rundown, and she tags her, and she is out.
Got her.
Briley Russell was able to get that throw down quickly to second base, and that runner stopped in the middle of the base paths. And who is that shortstop? Let's see here. I apologize for not knowing their names. We haven't got to cover them very much, and that would be Anderson for the Leopardettes, was able to throw her out as she was heading back to first base, and that's going to be 2 outs for the Leopardettes. It's going to be a big swing and a miss by number 2 hitter from Comanche. Addie gets her next pitch, and she gets ready to deliver. It's going to be a foul ball back into the net.
And I think I finally got things lined out over here. We were
perfect.
having trouble with one of our softwares decided to do an update as we were setting up the broadcast, which offset a whole lot of other things, which we had to do some reprogramming. So, but we've got it. And
It's going to be a big swing and the miss, but she barely gets her bat on that for a foul ball. And the count still stays 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first, and the Leopardettes lead 1-0. It's going to be Addie Dotson's 4th strikeout of the game. And that is going to take us to the bottom of the second, where the Leopardettes still have a lead of 1-0. And we will take a timeout here on the Lindsay Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
And welcome back here to Bronk Jackson Field in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes junior high team squared off against Comanche here. We're going to start the bottom of the inning with, I didn't catch her number, did you?
I did not. I think this is
Looks like number 19. That's going to be Hudson up to bat for the Leopardettes.
Takes a big swing and the miss right there. First strike 1 of the at bat.
Hudson is the 6th hole hitter. Leopardettes again on top, 1-0 here. Bottom of the second inning. Pitches away. Going to be fouled back. Catcher unable to snag it.
And Hudson. I think our junior high, they just need to step back a little bit. I think their timing is a little bit off, so that's why we're seeing a lot of foul balls, little bloopers right here into the infield. They just need to step back and really get their timing down.
Ball's going to be popped up over shortstop, able to grab it. That'll be out 1 for the Leopardettes here in the bottom of the second. And that's one of those, if it would have been just a little bit further out, it would have been no man's land. And,
yep.
And Hudson would have definitely been sitting over there on first with a big smile on her face.
Absolutely.
That's going to bring up our 7-hole hitter, Anderson, for the Leopardettes.
And that was a pretty good piece of hitting right there. I mean, the shortstop was playing a little far back. I think if she was playing where she originally is right now, she might not be able to get to it as quickly, but nonetheless, she does make a really good play out there for out number 1.
Absolutely. Got to give credit where credit's due. First pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 1 for Anderson. Anderson had a little bit of a grin on her face. She knew it was a little low that time, so. But it's always good whenever you see these girls, whenever they have a reaction like that.
Yeah.
That lets you know it's not. And that pitch away,
She wasn't going to swing at that one.
wasn't going to swing at that. Wasn't going to be fooled again. But you always like it when you see the girls turn and with a smile like that. It lets you know, hey, they're not discouraged. They're gonna get it fixed. Next pitch away, way outside. Yeah. That'll bring the count to 3-1.
She quickly went up 3-1 in this count because I think we were just 1-1 just a minute ago.
It is. It seems like next pitch swing and a miss. That's going to bring a full count for Anderson. And again, you got to love this girl's attitude. She turns, she smiles, she's just she's like, all right, I'm going to get it the next time, and you know that's just a reflection of how this team is. Strike number 3, that'll be out number 2. And that's going to bring up Russell to bat for the Leopardettes. And gentleman standing to my left here might know this girl a little bit. That pitch was extremely high. Rick, would you have told her to swing at that one?
And this is our catcher today, too.
Ball's going to be popped up, fouled back. Catcher unable to get it. And Grandpa over here was on the 72? 74 state championship baseball team, Tandra.
Oh, well, he might know a little something then about baseball and softball.
And she's got it in her blood, so let's look out and see. Ball's going to be swung at, fouled away. 1-2 now the count with, again, 2 outs, no runners out there on base. Next pitch away, wild outside. That'll bring the count to 2-2.
I bet Grandpa might get her if she swings at something high.
Yeah, he might. Next pitch away. It's going to be popped up over to just because second baseman unable to snag it. That's going to put Russell on first.
She might have lost that right there in the sun. You kind of see her hand kind of go up just a little bit where the sun was. But nonetheless, we do get a runner on with 2 outs right here. And we were able to score our first run of the game on 2 outs and a runner on first.
That's going to bring Hernandez up to bat for the Leopardettes. Russell's going to take off over to second, and she's going to make it, leaving the corners empty. No mercy for Russell out there. She took off without hesitation. Next pitch is away. It'll be a little high and a little outside. That'll be ball 2.
You call that a strike?
Called strike. That'll be strike number 1 for Hernandez. 2-1 now the count.
Outlaw back into the fence right here. Moving things up 2-2. And we look over and see our Comanche high school girls stepping off the bus. And looks like it's a new look over there. They got some red pants and a black, maybe like a black pinstripe jersey on. They look ready to play, and that's going to be out number 3 right there for the Leopardettes to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. But we are still ahead 1-0.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
And welcome back once again here to Bronk Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes junior high team is faced off against Comanche. We're going to enter the top of the third inning. The Leopardettes on top, 1-0. And you're right. It looks like our high school girls are going to go out there and do a little practicing. And
Yeah, they've been in the hitting facility for probably about 30 minutes or so already, trying to get prepared because, the last time we did see the Comanche pitcher, if we're thinking they're going to pitch the same one, she had a lot of velocity to her. We were extremely behind. We wasn't able to get a lot of contact until later in the game when they did bring in another pitcher. But nonetheless, we're in there trying to get things going because they are in a must-win game.
yeah, and I'm excited to, as you mentioned, Coach Edwards told us he was going to have the girls over there doing a little batting practice before the game. And Tandra, usually when the girls bat, have batting practice before the game, we have positive results.
Yeah, we have typically came out and have had bats on fire. I mean, right, our last day of the fall festival, they came and hit right before their games, and that's the best we've looked all season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's always a good thing, and keep those arms and shoulders loosened up, and hopefully we're going to have some good results.
Absolutely. I mean, anybody wants to host a district tournament championship right here, especially on your home field, and that is what they're vying for. First strike pitch.
There you go. Second pitch was called a ball. That'll bring the count to 1-1.
I believe that we are in the third inning, but the Comanche Indians have not made it through their lineup just yet.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that one out. I can't hardly read. Theirs is very light, so I'm having a hard time reading it. Next pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be out 1 for this third inning.
Johnson's 6th strikeout of the game already.
So this is number 6. I believe that's Evans.
Mm-hmm.
She's the 9-hole hitter.
Okay, perfect.
So see what we can do here. Pitch way swung at and missed. That'll be strike 1.
I'm sitting here looking around, and Comanche travels really well. We got some fans right here in the back of us in their chairs, probably waiting for the high school game, and we got a bunch walking in right now and a bunch right here in front of us. So, kudos to them, because you don't see many teams that are 45 minutes or further travel that well.
Well, they had a packed house when we were down there,
yes,
and they were loud, extremely loud. So
very loud. And the music.
1-2. Now the count. And not to mention they had an extremely fine facility.
They did. That was the best facilities we've seen. Granted, we did go down to Kingston and see a very top-notch facility, and crazy thing is 12 years ago, I was playing softball on that very field. So it's full circle. I'm seeing a bunch of these fields that I used to play on. Now, back when we played on it, it did not look like that.
Are you saying you're jealous, Andrew?
Maybe just a little bit.
Okay.
Because from the video, it was immaculate. But it definitely did not look like that back in the early 2000s.
Swung at and missed. That's strike number 3, out number 2 for Dotson. Now we're going to.
7th strikeout of the game.
That is. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with O'Connor up to bat for Comanche. Ball's going to be popped up, fouled away. Out into, and it looked like it hit someone's vehicle, but I don't see, maybe a small dent, but nothing major
As
there.
long as it's not mine.
Yeah, it's just a small dent. Somebody's Buick.
This one right here?
Yeah, you see that little dent there on where it bounced up on the side,
Yep.
right on the driver's side door.
Oh, yeah.
That ball, and that'll be out number 3. That'll end the top of the 3rd inning. The Leopardettes hanging on to the lead, 1-0. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. And welcome back here to Bronx Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes junior high team are facing off against Comanche. And if you're just tuning in, stay tuned, folks. We're going to have the high school game after the junior high game. There were some late or early afternoon changes to the schedule. So we just decided to go ahead and give you some junior high action.
Yeah, we've been meaning to catch a couple games, but like we said earlier, it just hasn't lined up for us very well. They've all been playing on the same day, and that's
going to be boat right. The one-hole hitter there for the Leopardettes going to be out there at first, and that's going to bring up the two-hole hitter Slater for the Leopardettes. Pitch away, high, called ball. 1-0 now the count with one out, bases completely empty. Number 17, Aldridge over there waiting her turn. Swung at and missed for strike one. 1-1 now the count. Yeah, I probably would have swung at that too. That one, little outside, called ball. 2-1 now the count.
We might be able to hear our band here in a little bit. Looks like we have the band making their way over to the football field that's directly behind us for practice. So might be able to get some good Leopard band going.
3-1 now the count. That's going to send the runner to first, and that's going to bring up Aldridge next to bat for the Leopardettes, with Addie Dotson waiting her turn. Waiting her turn. I didn't realize I had a little people down here, and I felt a tapping on my knee.
She keeps inching closer and closer. I've moved her about 3 times.
That pitch is going to be popped up for foul 1. 0-1 the count. Again, Aldridge up to bat for the Leopardettes.
So the ball gets past first baseman, and Slater's going to be able to take second and third. She possibly could go home. For our second run of the game for the Leopardettes on a pass ball by first baseman off of an overthrow from the catcher all the way to the right field fence, and she was able to take all the bases.
That's going to put the Leopardettes on top, 2-0. With our 3-hole hitter up to bat and only 1 out, Leopardettes are sitting in a pretty good position right now. Addie Dotson there waiting her turn to bat. We're definitely going to get to see her. Next pitch is away. Called ball, 3-1 now the count with 1 out.
I think she's trying to get away from the sun down here.
Or just getting away from all the action. It's just a little bit quieter place in the stands.
You know, she got to play her first T-ball game last night, and that's why we did not have any sound for the last half of the games, and we apologize. We were able to bring you the live stream, just no sound, but she had her first T-ball game, so she got to do all that good stuff.
Aldridge was walked over there to first. That brought Addie Dotson up to bat for the Leopardettes. First pitch called ball, 1-0 the count. Next pitch is away. It's going to be popped up over to center left.
Center.
And
oh, ball's going to get way past the second base.
it looks like Aldridge is going to make it across. Dotson's going to make it all the way over to third.
Mm-hmm. On a very big miscommunication from the shortstop, throwing the ball all the way to first base, even though Dotson was sitting on second, able to get her over the third. And we only have 1 out.
And that's, that's going to bring Raines up to bat for the Leopardettes with 1 out. I wouldn't expect anything less from Raines. I've heard lots of good things about this young lady. So,
Opposite.
And ball's going to be popped over to right and going to fall just outside. But Tandra, I've heard lots of good things about this young lady. She's one of them that I've been excited to get to watch.
Mm-hmm. It seems like she does have a lot of power right there behind just that foul ball.
Absolutely.
And especially able to drive it opposite field.
Look for it to go over.
Yeah. She's kind of like our big power hitters in the high school. One swing in the bat can change the game. Actually could really open this game up and pretty much end it.
Yeah. Count now 1-2. That pitch called strike. It looked a little inside to me, but I'm not going to argue. Next pitch away. Called ball. 2-2 the count. Gentleman out there, our ump today. Seen him ump a lot of games. Probably one of the more fair and consistent umpires I've ever seen. So
he's umped a lot of games for me out at the complex too, baseball and softball.
3-2 now the count. Full count for Rains. Pitch away. It's going to be knocked over.
Great
Well
placement.
hit ball right into no man's land. That's going to score
Great
Dotson,
placement,
and that's going to put
Rains.
Rains over
Yeah.
on first.
That was a beautifully hit ball, well placed ball. She was able to choke up on the bat and really just go to battle. And she had 2 strikes on her. She kept fouling off until she got something she liked, and she was able to sit on it and drive it and get an RBI out of the deal and a stand-up single.
Yeah, and you heard the crack of the bat. I'm sure they heard it on the broadcast. Just well connected, well hit ball, put right where you want it to be.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring Hudson up to bat for the Leopardettes. The 6-hole hitter pitches away. Going to be knocked over to third.
Great snag by the third baseman right there. A kind of like a one-hopper right before the glove got down. But nonetheless, she did get that out for us.
But Rains made it over to second.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 outs. It's going to bring Anderson back up to bat for the Leopardettes.
You know, we've talked about this several times, 4-0 lead. And softball is actually a pretty big lead for softball. Baseball, not so much, but softball, it is, because it is harder for us to get on base. Our bases are shorter, and the pitching rubber is closer. So a pretty big lead for us right here. 4-0 is a really good indication as the game is coming to an end very quickly.
And 1-1 is now the count. 2 outs. Lone runner out there on second. Corner's empty. Pitch away. Almost hit her. If she hadn't ducked,
Yeah,
she'd be running to first.
could have hit her right in the head.
But yeah, I know there are going to be those that are going to say she should have took it, but
I say it's a pretty big lead. You know, our high school girls have been behind several times this season with 2 innings to go with 2 outs, 4-0, and they've come back and won it.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, you know I'm a softie. I would prefer they just duck and not take the hit.
Yeah.
But
you know, I think especially Anderson's mom, she's probably over there saying, just take it. Just get on base any way you can. Just, it'll only hurt for a little bit. Rub some dirt in it.
yeah,
They're a big softball family, big sports family, and
full
Lily and
count.
all of them they're all intertwined. So
Swung at and missed. Rain's able to make it to third, though. That's going to be, that is
That's
out
3
number
out.
3. Yep. So with that being said, Leopardettes are going to end the top of the 4th inning ahead 4-0. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Hey, welcome back once again here to Bronx Jackson Field, where the Leopardettes junior high softball team are squared off against Comanche. Here we're going to enter the bottom of the fourth inning. The Leopardettes on top with a commanding lead, 4-0. Lily Dotson's going to be out there on the plate for the Leopardettes. Her second pitch was fouled away. 0-2 now the count. No outs.
I believe this is the leadoff for Comanche? I think it is. I think we're just now able to get to the leadoff here for Comanche.
What number you got there?
7.
7? Number 2 hitter. 2-hole. Second pitch, third pitch, swung at and missed for strike number 3.
She had them working gloves on that you like.
She did. And by the way, it's been a while since we broadcast, but we'll talk about that in the high school game. Next pitch away, I made a purchase. I purchased some hitting gloves for one of the girls, and her first at bat, she hit a home run with it. So
It's the lucky gloves now. She's going to be passing them to everybody.
same thing happened with Clayton Sanders last year on the baseball team.
We might need to get a pair of gloves for all of them then.
I think so. Next pitch,
Big swing in the
swung
middle.
at and missed.
Especially going into our playoff season right here. I mean, I think we're only a couple weeks away from our playoff run.
It's getting close.
Yeah, actually, let me look at the schedule real quick and all.
1-1 to count, 1 out, pitch away, fouled away, make that count 1-2 now. And that's the third hole hitter, number 8, Smith, for Comanche.
Now, if we do not make up any more games, because I know that we did not get to play Wayne, we didn't get to play Bethel. We have about, I would say, we have about anywhere from 7 to 8 games left of the season before we start our playoff run. And we're going to start our playoffs the second week of October, last week of September.
2-2 now the count. And, after tonight's games, we're probably gonna have a little bit clearer picture of
Yes.
what that might entail for the Leopardettes. Next pitch is away. It's gonna be fouled away. 2-2 the count. Next pitch is going to be popped up out into no man's land. Smith able to make it over there to first. That's going to bring up the 4-hole hitter, Downey, for Comanche.
Well placed ball right there by the Comanche hitter. I think that's the first or second hit of the game, but well placed ball just to try to get something going right here in the top of the fourth inning for Comanche as they are down 4-0. I'll tell you what, we were in Iowa all last week racing, and the weather up there was like perfect. It was low to mid 50s throughout the evening and night, and low 70s, mid 70s throughout the day, and it was just perfect. And then we come back home to Oklahoma and sweat as soon as you go out the door.
It hits you.
Comanche runner is able to get over to second base on a low ball from Addie Dotson. I'd rather take those temperatures any day.
Two and one now the count for Smith, Downey, number 10, 4-hole hitter for Comanche.
If that Comanche runner out there on second base gets a bigger lead, just like she did this last pitch, she might could possibly be thrown out because she did kind of walk back to the base, and our second baseman was there, and Addie Dodson turned around ready to throw it. So kind of be on the lookout for that too.
2-2 now the count. 1 out. Lone runner out on first. Corner's empty. Pitch away. Called strike. That'll be out number 2. And that's going to bring up the 5-hole hitter. And I cannot read that. We're just going to call it number 4 for Comanche. First pitch is away. She's going to let it go by. Called ball. Runner out there on second. Acts like she wants to try to steal third, but she's not real sure. She's thinking about it, though. 1-0 the count with 2 outs. Corner's empty.
I like to see Addie turn around and make a little play right there.
Pitch away. Swung at and missed for strike 1. Runner able to make it over to third. Leaving first and second empty. 1-1 the count. Again, 2 outs. Leopardettes on top 4-0. Pitch away. It's going to be knocked down the third baseline. Going to roll out. That'll be a foul. Bring the count to 1-2 with 2 outs.
The Comanche Lady Indians are down to their final 4 outs right here as we are nearing the end of the game. Pretty sure junior high only goes to 5 innings. So they are down to their final 4 outs to try to get something going. But they are threatening right here with 2 outs and a runner on third base. Big swing for a foul ball back behind the visitor dugout. And that might have gotten a car.
And Tandra, I have confirmed through the living Leopard legend here to my left that they will only go to 5 innings.
And I did think that maybe there could have been another game after this, but I don't think there will be. I think this is it, and then we're going to go directly into our high school game.
Ball knocked over to the third baseman. She's going to advance it over to first. Indians able to score there. That's going to bring the score 4-1. 2 outs. We're just 1 out away from closing this inning.
And the Indians are threatening again. So, the game's not over until it's over, and there's a lot of games still in the 5th inning to be played. But they do have 4 outs left to try to get something going. And like we've said previously, hits are contagious. You get one, and the rest of the team, that's foul ball back behind us. A little pop to that bat. Got a little metal bat out there. But hits are contagious, and once one comes, then it's like the hits won't ever stop.
Yeah, just fortunately they only had 1 on base at that time, and pitch away, fouled away again.
I'm pretty sure every single foul ball that has been over that way has hit in the same spot right in front of Katie Anders.
And yes,
She's
I'm
jumped
looking at her.
every
She's
single-
holding her phone against the netting, so I'm just
She-
wondering if it's cracked yet.
She might get that phone slapped out of her hand.
Next pitch. Leopardette's going to keep that runner honest over there and check her over at first. Unable to get the out. But hopefully that's going to scare her up enough that she stays honest. Number 35, Shannon, the 6-hole hitter, is up to bat for Comanche. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Pitch away. Swung at and fouled away.
Hey, I like hearing that little metal bat pop. You don't get very many metal bats in softball anymore. They're all the composite, so it's nice to go back to the roots.
Next pitch called strike. That'll be strike three, out three. That's going to close out this fourth inning. Leopardettes on top, 4-1. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
And welcome back here to Bronx Jackson Field in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes junior high team are squared off against Comanche. We're going to enter
Bottom of the fourth.
It's now the bottom of the fourth. I was saying bottom of the fourth a while ago. It is now the bottom of the fourth. Leopardettes on top, 4-1.
Great bunt there. Oh,
That was number 4, Russell.
that was a really good bunt, really well-placed bunt. Maybe just a little bit too hard. It rolled just quicker than what she would like.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, she made that play really close over there to first. I think we're going to
That's going to be another bunt for number 1.
It's going to get past first base.
Hernandez is going to get over to second, and she's rounding bases, going to make it to third, threatening to go home. First baseman not having it.
Play some bunts down, make them make a play, and it's not working in Comanche Lady Indians' favor right now. So why not just keep it going?
That's going to bring up number 2, the one-hole hitter, Boat Ride for the Leopardettes. It's going to be a line drive just past the pitcher. Shortstop's going to snag it up, make the out over at first, but not before number 1, Hernandez, crosses the plate, puts another point on the board to bring the Leopardettes up 5-1.
I believe that is Barron's stepsister, that leadoff hitter.
I think you're right. Think so. I'm terrible with names, and I can remember these kids when I see their faces, but the problem is when they're out there batting and they've got all those helmets and stuff
Yeah.
on.
I think this is Eric's daughter, too. I think. Number 6.
This is
No,
Slater,
It's Slater.
the 2-hole hitter, Slater.
That goes back to us just saying, with their helmets on, they all almost look similar.
And they do.
Now, what we think about it, Slater is 2 for 2 on the day.
2-1's the count now with 2 outs. Pitch away. Swung at and missed. Bring that count to 2-2 with 2 outs. We're all 2s today. Right now. Next pitch. She's going to let it go by. Called ball. That's going to bring us to a full count. Pitch away. It's going to be fouled away. Count will remain 3-2. Pitch going to be knocked over to the third baseman. He's going to
Oh, she might have
Get
been off
that.
the bag just a little bit, but
It looked close, but ump says she's out, so we're going to call it out number 3. Now we're going to close out the 4th inning. Leopardettes on top, 5-1. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. And welcome back to Bronx Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes junior high softball team are squared off against the Comanche Lady Indians. Here we're going to enter the top of the 5th. Leopardettes on top, 5-1.
the Lady Indians are down to their final 3 outs right here in this ball game to try and get something going and maybe tied up and extend this game. But I think Addie Dotson has done a really good job of keeping them off balance and off the bases today. Just a few small errors, and
That's going to be a quick out. Ball just dribbles down the first baseline, stays in play. First baseman able to snag it up. Quick out, and I'm trying to catch her number.
the first baseman,
Is that
17.
Aldridge?
Aldridge.
Okay.
Aldridge, yeah.
Number 17, Aldridge over there on first base, making the play for the Leopardettes.
It looks like Boatwright is in right field. Hernandez is in center. I'm not sure about the left field. I can't really see that far out there. Anderson's at short.
And you got to give Aldridge credit on that. And that
Yeah.
ball was one of those balls that if she hadn't hustled and got out there and snagged it up, that runner could have advanced over to first. So
Yeah,
give her
absolutely.
credit for good hustle there.
Yeah. And now they're down to their final 2 outs.
0-1 the count. Now make that 0-2.
Their final 1 out.
Was that out number? Was that strike
was
3?
strike 3, but dropped their strike. So
I was relying on this scorekeeper over here that we got, this local living legend, and he failed me. He failed me.
as this game is coming to a close, don't forget to stay right here with us because we will bring you a big district matchup for our high school girls against the Comanche Lady Indians. Again, the high school Comanche Lady Indians. And this is a must-win district game for our Leopardettes to be able to host the district tournament here and to be ahead in the district standings.
And It's a highly anticipated game, I know, for us and probably for these girls.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Because I mean, we sit here and we're looking at the stands, and they are getting to be extremely full.
they're getting full.
And Comanche, like we said earlier, Comanche is traveling very well.
Mhm.
They have brought. I mean, we still got some behind us and waiting for the high school game, but they're bringing a lot of fans, and hats off to them. And that is probably gonna. Oh, okay, that's gonna be a
Called foul.
Yeah.
Two now the count with 2 outs. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike 3, out 3, and that should do it, Tandra.
Yeah, that should be. Yep, that will end us right here for our junior high Leopardettes, and they will take home the win against the Comanche Lady Indians. Junior high 5-1 here in 5 innings here in Lindsay. And stay tuned with us because we will be right back with some interviews.
Hey, guys, if y'all don't mind, we're going to use that area to interview these girls in just a little bit, and then we'll be done. She's going to get them right now. Here, Lonnie. Huh? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Welcome back here to Bronx Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where our junior high girls just finished up beating the Comanche Lady Indian junior high team 5-1 in 5 innings. And we are here with Addie Dotson and Briley Russell, our pitcher and catcher for today's game. And Addie, tell me how coming into this game.
Well, I was just like ready to come out and throw hard and to prepare myself to win this game because we already played them once and we beat them. But I think high school's going to go out there and run it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bradley, do you usually get the starting catching position?
No, I usually don't, but for these past 2 games, I've been catching because Riley hasn't been able to.
So how has that do you think that has affected the team, or do you think that for the most part everything has been pretty well adjustable?
I think we've been pretty well adjustable as a team. We've just like made good throws, and our catching's been pretty good, fielding and hitting. So I think we've all stayed together.
Absolutely. And late in the game, we saw you lay down that bunt and had a really close play right there at first, and he did call you out. But nonetheless, what was you thinking when you wanted to lay down that bunt? Did Coach Allison say, hey, let's make something happen, or did you just kind of decide that on your own?
She said, hey, let's just lay this bunt down and see what happens. So she said,
yeah,
just go a little farther out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it was a well-placed bunt and really good. Just tough luck right there with the play being super close. And, Addie, you were hitting ball pretty well today. And, we have said multiple times today that we're kind of excited to see you and your sister compete in the high school level together. And, as your junior high career is wrapping up, what are you going to miss?
I'm going to just miss like the younger girls and being that older in the junior high, but I am ready for the high school.
Absolutely. Well, thank you too for coming on today, and good luck the rest of the season, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, not Jake Rutledge, along with Tander Hamilton and Lee McGowan. We're set here to witness our Leopardettes face off against the Comanche Lady Indians here in a very critical game. Folks, let's talk a little bit about how critical this game is and what it means for the future of our Leopardettes softball team.
I think that this is hands down a must-win game.
No doubt.
It's a must-win game by at the very minimum 3 runs.
No doubt. So coming into yesterday, prior to the 2 games that we played last night and won very convincingly, we were down. Comanche was 9-0 in the conference, or the district, excuse me. We had lost, I think we were 5-1, so now we're 7-1 in the district. Comanche won, I think, last night, so they're 10-0 in the conference. The only way to zero that out is like what you said, we have to win by 3 runs to just zero out the 1 loss with them. But if we get more than 3-run win, we actually take the points lead from them when it comes to the head-to-head. Very, very, very critical.
And we do have district games left this week
Yes.
with Davis and CCS.
2 CCS games.
2 CCS games, and I think that we could probably handle CCS very well. I don't think we're going to have any problems with them. Davis, you can never tell with Davis.
You never know what group of Davis is going to show up.
Yeah.
They've got a very, very, very talented group of girls over there. The first-year coach over there, second-year coach, I can't remember. I think it's second-year coach over there.
And we've seen Davis already this year, so and it wasn't an easy win for us.
No, they make you earn everything.
Yeah.
Now they have had some issues as of recent, some pitching issues and stuff like that, but that can be anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've talked to Coach Edwards about this when we were down at Sterling this last week, and one of the benefits that we have that most teams in this state do not have is we've got 4 pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
And most
4
teams,
talented pitchers.
4 very talented
Not
pitchers.
just 4 pitchers. We have 4
that could take you, can pitch a full game and not, with different, varying different pitches and styles. Yeah. Whereas you get Comanche, they may have 1 or 2. They have 1 ace per se, and then you have 1 that could give you a few innings here and there.
Yeah.
Where we've got 4 girls that can go the distance the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. And today, we are going to see Reese Flood start us off today in the pitching circle. I think as of here lately, Coach Edwards is probably saying, hey, this might just be our best shot as far as high velocity, just a little bit different look. And if they jump on Reese early, we have 3 other pitchers that we can go to that are very, very different from Reese.
Comanche the first time, errors killed us.
Yes, yeah.
They had 1 run, which was a home run. Not sure if it was a missed spot or what, but I do know the girl, it was an outside pitch, and the girl went outside and took it over right field. But again, when you got somebody that throws as hard as what some of these girls throw, it's very, very easy. Just put the bat, zero in the bat, cut the ball in half, and the ball's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see our Leopardettes have taken the field, and it's going to look like Reese Flood is going to get the call on the mound today, and McLean Stennett is going to be behind the plate. We haven't seen McLean very often behind the plate this season, but these big games, we need her experience behind there and her bat in the lineup.
And that's not taking anything away from Lily Dotson. Lily does a fantastic job back there.
Yeah.
Even when she came in and filled in for McLean last year, she was picked as one of the top catchers in the conference.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and a rookie catcher at that.
Yes. And so that says a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
For just the pure talent.
Yeah. We're going to see Maddie McGowan over at first base. Jaden Webb will be at second. Kaylin Taylor will play shortstop for us, and Lily Dotson will be third base. And our outfield is going to look like this. Brecken Klein will take left field. Chloe Broussard, our lone senior in the lineup, will take center field. And looks like, who's out there?
That's
Baron
Bruce
will be out. And here we go, ladies. Our first pitch of the day will be a ball low inside to the Comanche number 22 hitter, and we are working on getting Comanche's lineup so we can have their names for you guys. Robert's actually bringing it up right now for us.
So one of the keys for us tonight is going to be getting, that's called strike right there for a 1-on-1 count. One of the key for us tonight is going to be, hitting our spots as a pitcher.
Yeah.
Keeping the ball in front of us, trying to play error-free ball. We make no errors. and we win this ball game.
Kaylin Taylor, and she's able to scoop that up and make it, the throw over to Maddie McGowan for out number 1 for the Leopardettes here in the top of the first inning. And there's only 3 pitches pitched that at bat, so
that's key.
good. Yeah,
If we can get them swinging early in the count and it's not taking us deep in the count, whereas vice versa, what helps us is seeing more pitches, making a pitcher pitch our pitch.
And that's been key for the whole season so far for us. And that's going to bring up number 6, Cheney, to bat. And if anybody remembers back into our Comanche game at Comanche, these hitters are not afraid to swing the bat.
Oh, no, they're going to swing first pitch. If they like it, they're swinging.
Yeah, and they're extremely quick.
Yes, ball foul back for strike 1.
We be on our A game. I mean,
Absolutely.
from start to finish, we're going to have to put our foot on the pedal and not let up. Ooh, nice pitch.
Nice off speed. I'm not quite sure where that missed at, but that was pretty.
That was pretty. Beautiful changeup right there by Reese Flood to even the count 1-1 right here with 1 out. In the top of the first against the Comanche Lady Indians. Pitch delivered, and it's going to be a foul ball back into the visitors' dugout for 1 ball and 2 strike count for the Cheney for Comanche Indians. And I do know that Jake is sitting at home right now watching. He decided to stay home.
Well, thanks, Jake, for not showing up, mister.
He probably worked hard today.
Ball a little outside. That hit just right on this side of the
it got close to touching some black right there. I mean, but as long as he calls consistent, it's not a big deal. And so far, he's not given that outside pitch.
2-2 count right here for Reese as she settles in and delivers her next pitch, and it's going to be a low outside ball, and that's going to put the count full.
That's a good miss right there, and something that we don't like seeing Reese go this deep into a count. Going into 5 pitches, going into bringing her 6th pitch in. We really don't like seeing that, but
pitch is a foul ball back behind here, and that's probably going to hit a car. No, it bounces almost. There's a lot of parking spots here that is in danger.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
There's not very many safe spots around here.
No, absolutely not, unless you're going to park over there in the football field.
Yeah, exactly. And then at times that could still be a problem. So
settles in and gets ready for the payoff pitch. And it's going to be a high fly ball to left field.
That's going to be out of play to the left field.
I'm glad you can see over there because I can't. All I seen was Brecken, then I lost her. If you're just joining us, our junior high girls just finished up their game that started at 5 o'clock, and they won against the junior high Comanche Lady Indians 5-1 in 5 innings. And now we are watching our high school girls take on the high school Comanche.
Payoff pitch from Reese Flood. High and inside for issue her first walk of the night.
And even though that is the first walk of the night, we can't let them have free passes because they will take advantage of it.
They're gonna run. They're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna make us. They're gonna test McLean's arm right here. I can promise you.
Because she does have speed, and that's gonna bring up number 12 Slovak, and it's gonna be a high ball for the first pitch of the at bat. And like we just said, that runner is gonna go at some point in time because she's just waiting for that right pitch.
Foul ball, heads up.
Oh,
whoa.
See, that spot, that's not even a safe spot down there.
That about got Brandon Klein right in the kisser.
It wouldn't have hurt him. I know him. He's tougher than nails, guys. I know that guy. His son's right to my left, and he's saying that it would hurt him. I'm saying it wouldn't have. I got more faith in him.
Nice. Got him. That's a double play right there. Great job by Lily.
By Lily Dotson, and the throw back over to first to double off. And that is going to end the top half of the first inning. And we are tied going into the bottom half. And we will take a quick break with the Lindsay Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343, and we look forward to hearing from you.
And welcome back once again here to Bronk Jackson Field in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are facing the Comanche Lady Indians. We're going to enter the bottom of the first inning scoreless. Leopardettes made
great double off play right there. To end the inning.
Very great. Just they played absolutely lights out, flawless ball.
And just like we said earlier, they're going to have to put the foot on the pedal and not let up until that 7th inning is over.
Exactly. You know, in the grand scheme of things, we get up by 8 runs by the end of the 5th inning and call it ball game.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that anything
A
more
run
than that's
rule-
bonus.
A run rule would be awesome for us right here in the situation that we're in, needing the runs to. We
Yes.
can't just win by one. Winning
No.
by one is not going to do us
No,
any good.
win by 1, it finishes second place.
That's gonna
And Coach Edwards is very well aware of that.
definitely to take care of business right here, and she's going to get big swing and a miss for strike 1 to lead things off for the Leopardettes. And this is the same pitcher that we seen
Yes.
to start the Comanche game off in Comanche.
Yes.
She did have us rattled the first 3 or 4 innings. We did start getting on top of her. That's a high fly ball in the right field back. You got to go back. And
Yeah.
Reese is going to second base.
She's gonna get 3. She may get 4 on this.
She is going to be going up at third.
And you can hear the crowd go wild right there. That's what we needed to lead off.
Yeah, absolutely. And Reese needed that. I mean, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
kinda
she had a rough
struggled
day
with it
yesterday.
And she took that pitch opposite, well over right fielder, and she
Yes.
kind of could have been on it.
They
but
were playing really shallow right
Yeah,
there. And you can still see left field's
Yeah.
playing pretty shallow.
Yeah.
Center field still stepping in.
That's going to bring McLean Stinnett to the plate with a runner on third, with no outs, and she's going to take a ball on the inside corner. And nonetheless, Reese Flood leads us off right here with a stand-up triple. I think she probably, with her speed, could have gotten home, but we do not want to test that right now.
Right now with no outs, you don't, and not needing to force
Yes,
much.
absolutely.
And that's going to be a fair ball down the third base line. That's going to score. McLean's going to go to 2. Stand up double.
And that is going to score the Leopardettes' first run of the game on a stand-up double from McLean Stinnett. And that was a very, very well-placed ball right by the third baseman, right on the line. Very well placed. And we're going to have a pinch runner for McLean since she is catching for us today. That's going to be Hallie Harris. That's going to bring up another big bat for the Leopardettes and Kaylin Taylor.
You know, it's like we've picked up where we left off. A lot of people don't realize that the girls played in Sterling Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They played very, very well. They ended up 4th out of 27 teams, and the bats were rolling.
Temperatures and that work.
It was a fun weekend to watch. All of
Be a strike.
a sudden, he's calling that inside pitch. So
he's liking that inside corner. Of course, he is calling it for Reese too. One swing in the bat right here could open the game up tremendously, and that's going to be a hard ground ball to shortstop.
She's going to make it.
And that's going to make Kaylin safe at first. Hallie's going to get down at third, and she is going to be safe. Kaylin's going to talk the run or the defense right there just a little bit. But nonetheless, we have runners on the corner with no outs.
So we've started the game off with a triple,
Yep.
a double,
Yep.
a single.
Yep.
The only thing lifting the only way to hit for the cycle in the inning is right here.
Yeah, and we're going
Lily can bust one out and hit for the cycle in the inning and call it a day.
Yeah. Right here from the Comanche coach already just in the top of the first, and we're only on our 4th batter. And you kind of have to wonder, what are we talking about? Are we calming your pitcher down, or are we saying, hey, you either step it up or I'm going to have to make a change because they're on you?
Well, and I mean, the pitcher's not doing
No, absolutely not.
with that pitch on Kaylin. It was down and away, and Kaylin goes and gets that.
We're
In all
seeing
reality,
both
you
of them.
don't. In all reality, you don't really want her swinging at that pitch.
Yeah.
Something has happened to Hallie. I don't know if she's sliding in, but it looks like she's holding her hand, like she messed up her wrist right there. No, it doesn't look very good at all.
Yeah, that her wrist hanging right there does not look good.
I'm not so sure she didn't just jam her wrist up pretty bad or dislocate her wrist hitting the bag.
She went into that too, and you could tell when she stopped, you could tell she was hurt. Something was wrong right there, and that's going
to force McLean to come back in,
which is no big deal. McLean had been running for herself recently, and she's on third, so we don't have a force, and she does not have to run. But we're gonna get Hallie checked out, and we'll give you an update on Hallie if we can get it. But
and you see Tommy walking over. Anytime we get one of our girls hurt, it's a concern for all of our administration and the parents. It's a group effort. Everybody starts kind of scrambling to help the others out. So
and here we go. That's runners on the corners with no outs, and here comes our big bat of Lily Dodson to the plate, and Lily's been swinging the bat perfect right now.
No, she has been. She's swinging it really well. So
she's going to take a first pitch strike, and they're going to throw down third and try to get McLean off. But McLean was not off the base that well. So
I almost wonder if they weren't
trying. We got to be a little bit careful right there.
I almost wonder if they weren't trying to get Kalen to bolt the second and try to get that out right there and then try to get McLean coming home. But again, that's some of our own tricks that we're using, and luckily our girls are smarter than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Lily settles in right here for her second pitch of the at bat. It's going to be a ball, just slow. Bring the count to 1-1 right here.
I know they're not wanting Kalen to run.
Mm-hmm. No, this catcher has an arm.
This kid has an arm, and I don't think she's afraid to throw it down a second. I think she will give up that run. And they know that they
don't have no outs right now.
Right. So they know anything less than 3, even if they were to lose 2-0, they still win.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be
a base round.
Again, we're going to score 1. Kalen's going to come around but be held up at third. And Lily's going to stay at first. And we got runners on the corners with no outs, and the Leopardettes are ahead 2-0 already right here. And you can see Mr. Ferguson is running over to the dugout.
Yeah, he's got a bag of ice.
So, like I said, we will update you as soon as we can figure something out. But both of her parents are coming out of the dugout right now. So we're thinking
Hallie's mama's got a smile on her face. Yeah. So that may not be a bad thing.
Maybe just a little sprain jam, something like that. Oh, questionable strike right there on the outside corner, but nonetheless, it is a strike for Jaden Webb. And we've said all year long, our hitting is contagious. Once one hits, we will all hit. When one's in a slump, we're all going to be in a slump. So starting bottom of the first, and every single one of us has hit the ball is an excellent sign. We're going to see a bunt, but that ball was in the dirt, so she pulled back for 1-1 right here. And I think that we had.
I heard Robbie go, oh, like he had hit him, but
we had a call on, and Lily was supposed to be on her way to second, and she did not end up going.
Which is probably smart.
You hear Coach Edwards say, why? And she's like, that's on me. That's on me. So I think we're going to see her go right here. Oh. And, we'll take one out off of a bunt to score or to put these runners on second and third. That gives us a better advantage to get them home, because we've seen the last 2 at-bats. We've had runners on the corners. Our runner at first has only been gotten to third. So let's get us the best advantage. But right here, we're going to see Jaden swing away now. She's got 2 strikes and 1 ball on her. She squares around just to shorten up and get on the ball. She's going to big swing right there.
Foul ball out of play.
She's on it, and that's what we want to see right here. Her shortening up, or you see her turn around or turn her back like she's going to bunt, is just her shortening up, wanting to see the ball better.
See the ball, getting focused in. A lot of times you can get batters who, if they're struggling, they'll bunt. That just helps them see the ball, and then you'll see them start swinging away. Usually they hit the ball pretty well after that.
She got to take 2 upstairs, and that's a really good eye. She didn't want to chase that. She knew what was coming.
And I suspect you're going to see another chase pitch right here. I'm guessing probably low and away right here. That's where I would put it at this point. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I'd give her anything inside, but they're pitching her inside. Foul the ball out.
Hit the PE room. Roll over to the basketball courts. And excellent job right here of Jaden Webb, just fighting the balls off until she can get something that she wants or something that she can just drive, even just a ball in the hole somewhere.
Deep fly ball.
Ball in the dirt.
That's going to that's going to score another. There's 3.
If we can hold them. But it looked like to me that ball.
And you can see the frustration. You can see the frustration on some of the Comanche third baseman, the shortstop. Now, I will tell you this, that shortstop for Comanche is a maniac.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in the term of she's crazy. I mean the term that the kid is, he is good.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. That kid is an athlete.
Full count right here, Jaden Webb. He squares around. It's going to be a strike on the inside corner for Comanche pitcher's first strikeout of the game, and that was a little questionable. That was
Get the perfect vantage point. That was a ball.
yeah. This brings up Chloe Broussard to the plate, our lone senior in the lineup today.
Yeah,
She's going to foul that back off into the net.
Did something funky to it before we went to Sterling. Or no, actually, she did it at Sterling, the first game of Sterling. So she didn't play hardly any at all at Sterling. And, you know, at first you start getting worried, and then the girls played ball unlike anything, which was really good.
Going to get Addie Dotson over to third base. She slides in safe on a wild, well, not necessarily a wild pitch, a missed ball by the catcher right there. And with one out, we have a run.
Ball in the dirt, I would call that a wild pitch. So, but that's going to call another timeout. They're still in the first inning, mind you.
Yeah, and Leopardettes are up 3-0 right here against the Comanche Lady Indians in a must-win game by at least 3 runs to put us in
three or more.
3 or more.
3 evens us out and puts us into a different tiebreaker scenario.
Come down to everything else.
But win by 4, and the first tiebreaker goes to us.
So this is hands down, no matter what, a must-win game.
On third base is probably right now, as far as we're concerned, it's a 0-0 ball game. The run that matters right now is the one that's on first. Or third, excuse me.
To get her next pitch of the at-bat.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see a sack bunt right here.
Ground ball to first base, but that is going to score.
That'll work.
That's going to score not Addie, I'm sorry. Now I'm thinking of junior high. Lily Dodson from third. And even though we have 2 outs, Chloe was able to pick up an RBI right there. And now we have no runners on with Maddie McGowan stepping up to the plate. Now Maddie just needs to go up there and she just needs to think base hit. Base hit, get something going again. That's going to do it for the Leopardettes here in the bottom of the first inning, but the damage has been done, and the Leopardettes lead 4-0 going in the top of the second, and we will take a quick break here on the Lindsay Sports Network. Welcome back here to Lindsay, Oklahoma, Brock Jackson Field, where your Leopardettes are in the top of the second inning against the Comanche Lady Indians, and we have a commanding lead right now of 4-0 against the Comanche Indians, and that's going to bring up, I believe, number 21, Gil, for the Comanche.
Even though we got a commanding lead right here, we cannot.
Yeah.
We cannot lose focus and let this go to our head. We're going to
turn around a bunch. She's going to try and make something happen, and Addie's going to backhand that and get a first shot. I keep saying Addie.
I guess we got an 8th grade playing with us today.
I don't know why. We had Addie the first game, and she had like 7 or 8 strikeouts. So that's why I probably keep saying Addie.
Right.
But that was Lily Dodson backhanding that bunt for the first out of the game over to Maddie McGowan, and that's going to bring up number 1, Miller.
First out of the inning.
And this is the shortstop for the Comanche Lady Indians, and she's going to take strike 1 on the outside corner. And if we remember correctly from the first game that we played in Comanche, she's a hitter.
Yes. No, she's not afraid to swing the bat.
Second pitch is going to be a big swing and a miss for strike number 2 from Reese Flood. He can't sit still.
That's a boy thing, I promise.
Yeah. Ball just misses
That's a
on
good
the
pitch.
outside corner.
Give it,
want
throw
her
some
to
pace
chase
pitches.
there.
Yeah, you don't want, and that's just it. You know, she's got 3 more, with 2 more pitches that she can play with right here. See if we can get her chase up high, chase down low. I figure you're gonna see her set up high or inside right here.
Oh, big swing and a miss for strikeout.
Number 1.
Reese Flood for out numher 2.
You know, and you talk about strikeouts.
Inning.
You know, Reese has been doing really well, but when you go back to Madison and Jaden, Madison had 8. Madison had 8 last night. Last time Jaden pitched, she had, which was last night. She had 7. So foul ball backing away.
That PE building has been beat up today.
So, it's nice that we have the different pitching, and it's not just like one pitcher is able to dominate. Yeah. They're all able to get in there and because they have different style of pitching.
Yes. And this is going to bring up number 5.
Nice. Number 5.
Harris for
first strike 2 right there.
Reese quickly goes up 0-2 in the count with 2 outs right here in the top of the second. And she delivers the next pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to Madison. She sticks with it and gets the out for the Leopardettes. And that's going to end the top half of the second inning. And the Leopardettes lead 4-0. And we will take a break here on the Lindsay Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back here to Lindsay, Oklahoma. And your Leopardettes have a lead of 4-0 over the Comanche Lady Indians in a district matchup that is a must-win for the Leopardettes right here. We need to at least, I know y'all are going to hear this quite a bit in this broadcast because this is a very, very, very important game for us.
Yes.
We need to at least win by 3 runs to tie it and 4 runs to take the lead in district play.
If it ends up 4-0, if this is the final score, we're setting beautiful going into Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we still have to take care of business Thursday and Friday. We have to win those 3 games Thursday and Friday to win the district.
That's going to bring up Brooklyn Brown to the plate right here. And she's going to take strike 1 on the outside corner.
Hunter.
And 0-1 the count, no outs.
You can't trust her with the bat. That's going to be a ground ball, bobbled by the first baseman, but they are able to get the first out of the inning in Brooklyn Brown, and that's going to bring up Brecken Klein to the plate. And she is our 9-hole hitter, and Reese Flood will be on deck. So we are going to turn our lineup over in the second inning.
Right. And Brecken's not a typical 9-hole hitter.
No,
normally the bottom side of your lineup, it's kind of your give me outs is what what a lot of people. Brecken hits the ball, sees the ball very well. Yeah. So, this is not a give me by no means.
This is kind of like a another leadoff right here. So potentially we're seeing a 1-2-3.
Right. And that's not to say that Brooklyn is a give me either, because
No,
Brooklyn can
yeah.
drive the crap out of the
Yeah.
ball just as good as anybody. So
Ball
our
rebound.
lineup is stacked 1 through 9
Yeah.
with hitters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, we're very lucky that way.
I mean, you get past all the fast slappers, bunners. We just have power.
Power, and we got a lot of speed.
It's going to be a ball, slow roller to third, and Brecken's going to be able to get down the line, but not soon enough. And that's going to be 2 outs right here for Reese Flood in the bottom half of the second inning. And that, I don't know, the third baseman did save that right there because that was shortstop's ball, but a slow.
Oh, another hard hit to the right field. Just foul ball.
Just foul. That hit just over the.
Huh.
It's going to be strike one right here for Reese Flood to try to get things going for the Leopardettes right here in the bottom half of the second inning. She's going to take strike 2 on the inside corner, and
But you know, he's calling that.
he is
calling it both
consistently
sides.
both sides.
I mean, he's been very
he likes
consistent
that
at this
inside
point.
corner.
He likes that inside edge. And this girl's got a nasty drop,
Yeah,
like we saw
she's
with
gonna-
Madison.
He's chasing right here, and that's going to be another inside pitch for strikeout number 2 for the Comanche pitcher.
Yep.
But the Leopardettes go into the top half of the third inning, still leading 4-0, and we will take a quick timeout right here with the Lindsay Sports Network.
We went for the
Good.
Welcome back here to Bronk Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, where you're witnessing a district matchup against the Leopardettes and the Comanche Lady Indians, and that's going to bring number 11 up to the plate, Wally, the pitcher for Comanche.
and they've still not turned their lineup over yet.
No, we are just in
What, 7 hole?
Yep.
7, 8, 9 right here. Ball backing away.
I'm telling you, that PE building is going to lose it.
I got really close to my wife's car right there.
Hey, you were the one that told her to park right there.
No, but and yours is out there playing in the street.
Oh, go figure. He's chasing balls. He's chasing balls out there. It's going to be ball 1 on the inside corner. If we remember correctly, back to our first Comanche game, this pitcher is the fastest on the team, in my opinion.
Oh, hands down. It seems like she is
She
super
gets to
fast.
second base, and I was like, oh, my God, she's quick. And that's going to be a ball to the second baseman, and she's able to field that cleanly to Maddie McGowan for out number 1 to the Leopardettes here in the top of the third.
Now, this young lady coming up right here is the lady that took one low and away and absolutely just punched it.
Yeah.
This is the young lady, like I was saying, Reese pitched one low and away, and she went out and got it, and she's the one that put it over right field. And I'm telling you, she swings the bat with very, very ill intentions. If she hits the ball, it's going.
I hope she keeps swinging it just like she did right there. 2 more times, all we need.
To point out something, there's somebody from Comanche sitting a few rows in front of us right here, and he is tracking the pitches.
Of Comanche. Yes.
And
Reese gets a
strike. He called that a strike.
2 right here. And the Comanche pitcher has consistently hit 60 miles an hour
Yes.
every single pitch.
Yes, no, she's bringing it.
Reese settles in right here for a third pitch. And that's going to set her down. That is going to be strikeout number 2 for Reese Flood to the Comanche Lady Indians. And that's going to bring up number 34?
Number 8.
Number 8. Yep, number 8, Minor.
34 is who just struck out. This should be the 9-hole hitter.
Yep, it is. Settles in right here for her first pitch. Ooh, close inside pitch right there. Trying to test the waters. Yeah, but when we come back to Comanche out on the field, we need to keep an eye on that radar down there because that's going to be a slow roller to Jaden. She's going to be able to clean it fieldly for out number 3 of the inning for the Leopardettes. And we are still leading 4-0 here going into the bottom of the third. And we're going to take a quick 2-seat and air timeout. And we'll be back on the Lindsay Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back here to Lindsay, Oklahoma, and we are set to square off in the bottom of the third inning with McLean Stennett going to take the plate to lead things off for the Leopardettes against the Comanche Lady Indians. And if you're just joining us, our Leopardettes have a 4-0 lead right now.
In a very, very key district game.
Yes, big game.
Yeah,
and
we
we're
were
just trying
talking
to
about
add to that score now. Ball inside.
We were talking about it all in the break there, that how key this is. So if we win this game and we take care of business the rest of the week, they are district champions. And by being a district champion, you get to host a regional,
yes,
which is huge because that means we don't have to go to the likes of Ferry or Washington
or the city
or
anywhere.
to Lincoln Christian,
yeah,
or one of these other towns that are leading.
Yeah.
And that is huge for us.
We want to be in control. We want people traveling to us on our home field. That's going to be a ball to shortstop. McLean's going to be able to dig that out, but very, very close, out number 1. And
very close.
Like we said, that shortstop could make incredible plays. That ball was actually hit deep in the hole.
She's got a stupid arm.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid's got a cannon.
And it's going to be Kaylin Taylor to the plate right here.
Who hit one to the shortstop a while ago, and she bobbled it.
Yes, I would say.
Which is very, very uncharacteristic of her. Because I would be safe to say she's probably the top shortstop in the conference.
Strong in the outside corner. A little too far for my liking, but he likes that, so we're going to call that strike 1.
That pitch for her was 55 miles an hour, and he's recording the pitches as they come through, and they go into a database for them. Pitch 57 miles an hour right there. So
it's the same spot.
Pretty close. So, again, the girl's hitting consistent, 57, 58, 59, 60. That's impressive.
It's going to be a ball hit to
hard
left field,
left.
but the left fielder is going to be able to get underneath it for out number 2 of the inning, and that's going to bring up Lily Dodson to the plate. And if I was willing to bet, this is not just maybe a pitching coach or anything. This might be the pitcher's dad right here recruiting for her and getting her ready for the next level, potentially.
Right. There's no telling. And I'm not sure the age. I wish we knew, had like a program that said what seniors they had and all that. Yeah, Coach Edwards does know. Now, Coach Edwards does know, just because I guess when they do their conference meetings or whatever, all these coaches talk. They all talk a lot. away from the game about, hey, this is what we saw. I do know that when we went to Kingston, the Kingston coach was very good about telling us what we would see with certain other teams that we haven't seen yet. And I'm trying to remember who we played. It was last week before the Sterling tournament, whoever we played at the conference. And he was telling us that she pitches high and away everything. And, you know, so Coach Edwards practiced those girls everything away, and it paid off.
It's going to be a ball to the third baseman, but she was able to field that ball, and that's going to end the bottom half of the third inning. And the Leopardettes will still lead 4-0 here in the going into the top of the fifth, and we'll take a quick break. Stay. Welcome back here to Bronk Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma, as your Leopardettes are squaring off with Comanche Lady Indians for a district matchup, and our Leopardettes has a lead of 4-0. And I wouldn't say commanding lead because anything can change within a matter of minutes. Momentum is so key. Yeah.
This is going to be number 22.
Yes.
I believe this is starting up.
This is the top of the lineup right here. So this will be the leadoff batter leading things off here in the top of the fourth for the Indians. It's going to be a ball inside from Reese Flood.
And again, this girl, I mean, they don't, where you see a lot of girls, and not to say this girl is slow by no means, but you see a lot of teams, they put speed first because they want to make sure they get that speed, they can lay a bunt down or whatever.
It's going to be a ground ball to Maddie, and she's going to be able to field that clean rush over to first base.
Great hustle right there. I think there's a little miscommunication.
I think so too. She kind of pushed Jaden out of the way, and then in return, Jaden kind of
just backed off a little.
To the
right. And
Comanche hitter. But the Comanche hitter is laughing. She knows that maybe her foot got caught up, whatever. But nonetheless, Maddie was able to get that out quickly. And you can tell her, you can see her throw her hands up like, I don't know what else to do.
Well, you know, and this is something that happened to us down in Sterling. Mm-hmm. Maddie fields the ball, and 1 minute she goes, next minute it's so far deep, and nobody was there. And nice pitch on the outside.
The number 6.
And this is not a knock on any of our players. It was just a miscommunication. And, you know, the girl makes it to first when she's, you know, we should do it, you know, it should have been an easy out that way.
Ball on the outside, 1-1 right here to number 6, Channy for Comanche. And, you know, maybe Madison's probably learned from that play in Sterling. She's like, you know what, I'm just going to take it myself. I'm not even going to, it's going to be a high fly ball.
It's going to get out of play.
She just decided I'm not even going to.
Well, and knowing that Jaden's there, but they're talking, you can hear, you can see him behind. And again, in times past, Madison may have let that ball go, but she's gotten more comfortable of going and getting those and trusting herself, knowing whether she can. And she did look to see if Jaden was there. Jaden was backing her up. Yeah. So it was a foot race to see who was going to get there first. So,
Gonna lead things on, or get things going for Comanche Lady Indians. And that was kind of a weird placed hit ball. It was hit right
had a weird spin, and you see Lily kind of come for it and takes that hop and a spin. That's the only bad thing that I can see when Coach Edwards has one of these shifts on. It brings Lily in because just like that while ago, you know, it was a very similar hit that Lily caught the ball and was able to throw the girl out. Yeah. Because this is the same exact situation we were in a while ago. Foul ball to the right side, out of reach of Madison.
But we sat here and we see that we have one out and we do have control of the game right now. But like we said, it takes one hit of the bat and
To erase that.
get things going
Absolutely.
for the Indians.
You don't want to give them the momentum by no means.
It's going to be a change up, but misses high.
That's going to be a double play ball right here.
Oh, we're going to get
And
one.
you're going to get the lead runner, though. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. We do get the lead runner. We do have 2 outs right here. And great decision by Kaylin Taylor to hold on to that ball just in case.
Yeah, because Madison was already stretching out there.
Yeah.
So, if it's just off a little bit, Madison's going to have to try to leap off that back leg to get up.
Yeah.
And so for the first time of the game, they're actually going to send 4 batters to the plate for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you saw a pinch runner come in. I believe that was their catcher that just hit right there. So
It's going to be number 21, Gill, up to the batter box for Comanche Lady Indians.
nice pitch inside.
During the break, I'm fixing to have to go get on to one of mine for climbing fences, and he knows better.
Fixing to go down in L-Town.
He's fixing to sit by his pawpaw. If we don't like pawpaw, having to sit by pawpaw.
Pawpaw's trouble.
That's going to be a high fly ball to right field, and that's going to
Barely fair.
stay fair. And here comes the runner over to third, and she's going to hold up on the corners, which is
Well, you talk about mere inches.
Yeah,
I mean, it hits white.
Right.
You see the chalk fly.
right on the line.
Yes. And again, it was one of those pitches that was down and away, and she just took it to the opposite field. That's where that's just good hitting.
Some football coaches walking in, and one of them's barefoot.
They're football coaches. Nobody said they were smart.
Oh, ball in the fence, but McLean is able to track that ball quickly and hold the runner at third, but the runner on first base does advance to second.
Might have got lucky with that hitting the net and not coming up and over the top and hitting that concrete and bouncing, because that girl was coming. Luckily, Reese had already knew when she let it go that it was going to be high. She had already started moving in to cover right there. It was just a good job.
It's going to be number 1 for Comanche at the plate. Big swing and a miss for strike 1 of the at bat, and it's going to be 1-1 right here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And Comanche is threatening with 2 outs, and they're threatening a lead that we need.
Oh, yeah. We need to get this out and get out of this inning and get to the 5th.
Big swing and a miss for strike 2.
Good pitching right there. Just down low and away.
Yeah.
If she goes and hits it, good job. If not, well, guess what? Yes, misses. Just misses a touch high right there. But I will say he is calling consistently, so we can't complain. I mean, it can, but doesn't do any good.
No.
I think he needs to adjust his left eye a little bit.
And that's it.
That is exactly what we needed.
Absolutely.
With a
Momentum killer right there.
Momentum killer, and Reese brings her up, sets her down, and yells right back to her catcher, knowing that they just got a big out. And we are going to take a break right here in Lindsay with a commanding lead right now, 4-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. And we're back right here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. And Jaden Webb is going to lead things off for the Leopardettes here in the bottom of the fourth to get things going. She's going to take a ground ball down third base line, just misses, being
Just
fair.
foul. Again, I like that we're coming out swinging the bats.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, aggressiveness. Gotta love it. We need to put another 4 spot up right here and then hold them in the other and in the top half of the 5th frame and go take this thing to the house. Oh, yes.
Too close for comfort.
I don't like that 1-run lead.
No. Ball on the inside. Jaden does a good job of getting it foul.
That's just a good pitch right there. She throws a curveball inside on her, and then you can see it breaking. Good job of Jaden getting extension on that. And, I mean, hit it in on her hands, but
it is impressive, though. We do have football coaches here. We have the athletic director. We have our basketball coach and his wife.
it's fun.
These girls, because even though they're not coaches, they know that this is a big district game.
It's a district game. It's a district game for basketball. It's a district game for football. I mean, they understand. Well, and of course, Coach Cater being here, he's got some interest in this game because he's nice base hit right there.
He's going to get a single to start us off for the bottom of the 4th inning, and that's going to bring our senior up to the plate, number 0, Chloe Broussard.
No, he's got, Madison plays basketball starting post.
Yeah.
You got Bradley Malco starting guard that plays softball. You've got Lily Dotson, who's going to get a lot of playing time next year. So Reese is going to get some playing time as a freshman.
Guys, listen, Coach Cater, literally, if he's not at the game, he is watching.
Yeah. And that's going to be strike 1 for Chloe. And I suspect we're going to see a bunt here by Chloe. We're going to try to get Jaden over. Chloe has the speed to even be safe on first.
Yes. The key is getting it down to make sure we get Jaden to second.
It's got to be a perfect bunt for Chloe.
One thing that, I've talked to Chloe about in the past is I know she doesn't agree. I mean, even right here, she doesn't agree. You can see her shaking her head and looking over at the dugout. The thing that I've talked to Madison about was even if you don't agree, don't do that because umpires hate that because it's like they're showing them up or whatever. And strike 3 for the 3rd strikeout of the night for the pitcher on Chloe. That'll bring Madison McGowan up to the plate. I know Tandra had to take a breath right there real quick, but Chloe's doing a great job. She always has, and she'll see a few things. So
Strike on the inside corner here to Maddie.
that's 4 consecutive strikes that we've seen.
And he's going to call him. He's not.
Oh no, he's going to call him, but Madison notoriously lets that first strike go. And it's usually the best pitch we see. And her hitting coach has been talking to her about, hey, don't be afraid to swing at that first pitch.
Ball right.
Oh, it's Phil Hurry right there. Just a good job right there of battling it out. She throws her another drop ball. She gets the bat on it.
Yep.
And it took that weird hop and spin like what we saw happen to Lily over here. So now we saw it happen to them. So here we go.
And we have runners on first and second right here for Brooklyn Brown. And I think we're going to take our camera to the crowd real quick.
It's actually the student section.
And it's fun to see that some of these baseball boys or football boys are here.
Brown.
There they are. You see them all. Preston, of all people, trying to flex with his little muscle. I'm sorry, I said Preston. His name is actually Price.
Brooklyn is down the count right here with no balls and 2 strikes, or 1 strike, excuse me.
Oh,
Ground ball to second base.
oh, that's going to score another one right there.
Jaden Webb, and if Madison gets on her hook,
He's going to hold Madison at third. That's a great job. Insurance run.
Yeah. And
Just a great job of putting the bat on the ball right there.
Yeah, you know what? Goes to anything can happen. We have the momentum. They're down, and that was just a routine out by the second baseman that just lifted her glove off the ground a little too early.
Now we're going to see the flex runner come in for Brooklyn.
And that's going to be Barron. She is playing in right field. Brooklyn is hitting for Barron today, so we will not have to make any kind of line changes.
substitutions or anything.
That's going to bring up Brecken Klein to the plate with 1 out and runners on the corners for the Leopardettes. And we quickly have one insurance run and 1 run on the board that does.
Well, that I don't understand now. Now we're into where we're adding points.
Yes, and that's what we need.
Insurance points.
We need that.
We just don't need. We just need to make sure the girls don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Going into the top half of the 5th frame right there, and ideally we keep going right here. We add these 2 runs. Get another run on that. Get 8. Go into the top half of the 5th frame. 0 them out, and go home.
We've seen the situation before. We had a very big commanding lead against Washington.
We were up 6-0 on Washington, and it's like all of a sudden we just
gassed out.
We didn't gas out. We just got too relaxed.
Yeah. We were having fun in the dugout. We were having fun in the field, and we just.
But we're going to turn our lineup over for the 2nd time tonight. So as long as Brecken doesn't get doubled up right here, and that's going to fall.
But is going to get
that is absolutely okay.
Yeah. There's nothing that Barron could do about that, only because that is a fly ball. You don't want to go very far off the bag just in case.
Yeah, No, she did absolutely nothing wrong right there. She was making sure she didn't get doubled up.
It's just.
No, I mean, it's okay.
And it's going to turn for the 3rd time of the game.
Absolutely. And that scores us another run. Now we've got 3 insurance runs right there, and we need that.
Yeah. Piece of hitting by Brecken Klein right there.
Absolutely. Just a great job seeing the ball, hitting that drop. She throws another drop ball, and Brecken picks it before he hits it.
Strike on the inside corner, and she has consistently started almost every single batter inside strike.
Yeah. 58 mile an hour coming in there on that.
She's throwing the heat.
And she's
throwing the ball very, very well today. She has just a little blooper to 3rd. That's going to end our inning, but the Leopardettes are able to get some insurance runs, and we lead 6-0 against the Comanche Lady Indians going into the top of the 6th inning here in Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
You're good.
Welcome back to Brock Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. And you are watching your Leopardettes face off against the Comanche Lady Indians, against a very, very talented Comanche Lady Indians at that, for a big, big district game. And your Leopardettes are leading 6-0. We have 2 insurance runs and 1 run on the board that does secure.
Yes, as long as we stay, even if we give up 2 runs right here.
Yeah.
As long as we maintain that 4-run win, that's what's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm keep looking back, and we do have more coaches that keep coming in. And you know what? That says a lot about all of our coaching staff coming in on a night where they could be at home early practice
just finished up.
Early, so.
And it's nice to see some of the high school football boys over here, and that's great just to see they're here supporting each other, because the girls, I was talking about this the other day with Madison. The girls always go support the boys on Friday night, and it's good to see them coming back.
Big strike 1 from Reese Flood.
The number 5 right here.
And I'm not trying to hurry softball season up, but I'm a big, big basketball guru, and I'm ready for some basketball.
We are, we have lots and lots of things to be excited about for basketball.
Field side.
Hey, y'all don't rush this thing. I'm enjoying softball.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love softball, but I'm excited for basketball just because, Reese, just so we understand, Reese is only throwing 48 pitches.
That's fantastic.
So that's fantastic. But, to get into basketball season, what we don't realize.
Great spot to miss by Reese Flood right there. And
in the summer, they played 30 ball games in the summer, and they had, I think they went 23-7 in the summer for the best
Pitch on the inside. Kind of gets away with McLean right
for the
there.
best summer for basketball for girls. Now the boys did really well too, but we're not sure how things are going to shake out for the boys because of the coaching change. And
Did they have a new coach, correct?
yes, it's Coach Edwards' father-in-law.
Coach Davids? I
Something
believe it's
like that.
Davidson, guys. I hope I'm not wrong.
Foul
We-
ball, hard. And I don't know, it about got some.
Kids are
Yeah. But, you know,
Seems like a super nice guy.
he is a very nice guy.
Mhm.
I think there's some generational gaps. And we'll see how it all shakes out. I'm hoping that some of the boys that said they weren't going to play decide to play. But I don't know a lot about the boys deal, but I can tell you about the girls situation is it's going to be fun.
it's gonna get the count full right here to number 5.
You know, they made it deep into area last year. I think they have a chance to improve on that
Yeah,
in basketball this year. So
You know, that
Absolutely.
I was kind of hitting on that earlier. It seems like these girls really love Coach Cater, and it seems like he genuinely cares about them.
no, he treats them like they're his own.
Big swing. And foul ball back into the net. And Reese is gonna keep fighting right here. She has not got 2 really super close calls that is potentially a strikeout for her.
Absolutely.
And we have seen those balls been called strikes previously. So I'm kind of hoping that the umpire is not trying to get off of his
Yeah, I hope he's
Game.
not. Yeah, I hope he's not. So
swing in the mid, big swing, and that's going to be a high fly ball to Barron, and she's
Yeah.
going to be able to get under that and secure that for out number 1 here in the top half of the 5th inning. And you see our Leopardettes, they're pumped. They're still in the game. They're still ready to go. Reese did not get a pitch called for her, and you've seen all the infield jumping up and down because they
Yeah.
were frustrated for her.
oh yeah, and now that's going to bring up the pitcher from Comanche. Again, we know she's stinking fast and she can swing the bat, and that's going to be right there to Barron. Oh, just over her head.
That's going to be 2. We're going to come over here to third.
They'll hold her. They'll hold her at third right there.
Pull for the number 11 Comanche Lady Indian hitter.
And this will bring up the 8-hole hitter, who is very dangerous. Don't fool
No,
yourself.
she's the one that hit.
She's the one that hit the home run at Comanche.
She has a powerful swing. No matter if
I mean,
could get this ball's out of the zone and
She'll
she
go
gets
get
a loop of it, she's going to hit it out potentially.
Oh yeah, no, she's not scared to swing it at her ankles or over her head. She will punch it out.
Big swing and miss. And you
Nice
can
little pitch right there.
swinging for the fences. She knows to cut this lead. It's got to. It's
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
go.
it's got to go. I mean, one run's not going to do it for her.
No,
2
absolutely.
runs is not going to do it for
No,
her.
absolutely not. Ball high. She wanted to chase that a little bit right
She
there.
wanted to. I'd let her.
Hey, we had like 6 nachos come up here to the stands, and all one of them came to us.
No respect.
Foul ball down third base. Ooh,
Ooh, that was a very
if that stays in play right
interference.
there, that's an interference call, and she's out.
Yep, absolutely.
So-
Extremely close to be fair still.
And it could almost be declared in her
She was
because Lily was still in the field of play. So yeah,
He's flooded, and that's
I
going to be
think it's like a third strikeout of the night. It doesn't third or fourth. It doesn't matter.
No.
The girls are making the plays, which is huge.
We're playing very, very good defense, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to strike everybody out. That's just it. She doesn't have to strike everybody out. She just has to throw her game.
Defense work.
That's 9-hole.
Big swing. Cameron, watch out.
Bang off the locker room. Strike number 1.
Throw it, son. Show him your arm.
He's throwing at somebody over at the fence, and you know it's fun. It's been fun to watch.
That is going to be a ground ball to Lily Dodson.
And
She
that'll hit Sandy.
the inning for the Leopards.
Now,
We go into the bottom half of the 5th inning,
We
still
we
with a
get-
run 6. Still with the lead 6-0.
0. Going into the bottom half of the 5th.
Yep. And we'll be back. Welcome back here to Lindsay, Oklahoma. We're at Bronx Jackson Field with a big district matchup against the Comanche Lady Indians, and our Leopardettes are leading in the bottom half of the fifth, 6-0. And we have a special guest with us. Mr. Chad Price is on the headset right now.
So it's always a pleasure to be here watching these Lindsay Leopards.
So Chad, you coached a lot of these girls when they were younger.
Yes, sir.
So what's it like sitting over there where, I mean, as long as we continue to take care of business, to see these girls grow up the way they've grown up and on the brink of winning a district championship for the first time since 2017?
Well, it's always a pleasure getting to watch these girls play. It really is. They've gotten after it ever since they were little. So to see them grow up now, it's just watching it come full circle. And there's a lot of them I know. There's some of them that I don't know, haven't had the pleasure of coaching, but these girls like to get after it from top to bottom of the lineup.
Absolutely.
From what I've seen.
Well, you didn't get to coach Madison, but you have helped her in a way. You've helped her with her hitting at times, and so in a way you have coached her because she loves to listen to you, and you've always been good about hey, I see this, try this, kid, and that's the good thing about a lot of these girls is they're all so coachable. Have they always been that coachable?
They really have. They've always been receptive to coaching, not just from me, but from others. I know just off the top of my head, Ryan Russell, Hunter Harris, they've done a good job when they were younger. But I'm sure it's the same way in this high school ball here. These guys just love to compete.
Absolutely.
It doesn't necessarily matter if it's softball, basketball, checkers.
Yeah.
They like to compete.
They don't like to lose, and that's what I really like about this group is they're
Big shot down by McLean, that's going to go foul into the left field fence. And that's another thing, though, with these girls is we've kind of had an up and down season. We haven't had really just a straight good season.
And that's a lot of it. You're going to have peaks and valleys, and you just got to ride out the low times, and you got to peak at the right time.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We need to peak at the right time.
And when you look at what we've done this year, I mean, I think we've got 7, 8 losses, and a half of them are against. Most of them are against state champs, state runner-ups from last year.
Yeah.
And it's not that anybody's blown us out. They've been 2-0, like we lost at Sterling, 2-0 to Ripley, and shouldn't have. We lost 2-1 to Silo up in north of Stillwater.
Back-to-back state champions right there.
Yeah, they were back-to-back.
And that's the thing about coaching this group, and I've been around them as they've gotten older, and anytime they face adversity, hey, we got a big game tomorrow. A lot of teams, you'll see them hang their head. Oh, crap, man, they're going to be tough. These girls get a smile on their face, and they get a sparkle in their eye. They're ready to get it on.
Well, and it helps that a lot of these girls not only play high school ball, they don't play rec ball. They play tournament team ball, which is big. I mean, Madison's 14U team 2 years ago won nationals. Lily's played for – Reese has played big – I mean, they went to California. I think they placed 5th or 6th. In a huge tournament out there. So, I mean, all these girls know.
And that's the thing. You put them in the pressure cooker long enough, they become comfortable there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They are not intimidated at all.
No. And this young lady right here up to bat is certainly not intimidated. No. I could promise you with the swing of a bat, she is not scared.
The team that impresses me with how well she can adjust from bat.
It's really something to see, man. It really, the way she swings a bat, it blows me away with her knowledge of not only an at bat and the way she approaches it, but her body control.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And the things she can do.
I don't think I've ever seen Lily absolutely just lose her mind. And even when she gets mad, you don't see it. Her body language is everything.
There's players that have an at bat and they just look bad. You know what I mean? I've never seen.
Nice rip down the third base line.
Stay fair. Lily's going to ground first. She's going to take 2. That's going to be a stand-up double right there for Lily Dodson off the bat. And that is just what we were saying. Her last at bat, she kind of was a little bit behind.
Yeah.
She made the adjustments and got it down the line.
And like I say, you see some of these girls, and not necessarily on the Lindsay team, but teams that we've played and other teams that I've seen in tournaments, and they walk up to the plate with no approach.
Yeah.
And they get fooled on a pitch and look really bad.
Right.
Lily Dodson, I've never seen her look very bad on anything.
Absolutely.
No, Lily is her own worst critic.
Yeah.
Her mom and dad, that was close on the inside. Lily is one of those kids that it seems like she always has a smile on her face.
Oh, yeah.
Even if things are going south, she's always upbeat. And
she's tough to rattle. You can't rattle her. And the way they're pitching these girls inside, it may be a long day for that left fielder.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to be a ball on the outside.
Strike
corner.
on the outside.
But you know what? After talking about our Leopardettes, hats off to this Comanche team because they're not an easy team to put away 6-0 already. This pitcher, the velocity we can see right here is anywhere from 56 to 60 mile an hour. The pitching coach or a coach or her dad is recording right here. She's hitting her spots, but we're just on one tonight with our bats.
Coach Edwards just about got one in the ear hole right there. If he doesn't turn his back to that ball, it hits him in the head.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. Runner on second.
Good eye right there.
She was trying to fish with her high.
Lily was kind of getting antsy out there. You seen her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anytime you're in scoring position, man, with these girls, you always you're never out of it.
The girls know that if they get 2 runs on the board right here, this game's over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime we get 8 runs up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, back foul out of play. It's up.
Straight back, and that's just being aggressive right there. That's seeing the pitch you want and going after it.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a good part of the bat on it, but hey, we are in there to win it. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a former coach of these girls, and you've been in big games, what would your advice be coming into a game like this? That's must win at least by 3 to tie it 4 to win it.
On a deal like this, you've got to keep your head because you've got to just stay composed and get right back to business, guys. This is the same softball you've been playing all year.
Yep. Absolutely.
And let's not get the big eyes and short of breath. Hey, take a deep breath, play softball, do what you know you can do, and change up with a strikeout there. Yeah.
So going into the 6th inning, Comanche's pitchers now has pitched 66 pitches.
We're on her then, and that is going to do us for the bottom half of the 5th inning, and the Leopardettes still lead 6-0. We're going to take a Hughes Heat and Air timeout here on the Lindsay Sports Network.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
In a big district matchup game against the Comanche Lady Indians, and the Leopardettes have a lead of 6-0. And I'm not going to say commanding because we still have 2 innings left and anything can happen.
Again, if we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, we get 2 runs, this ball game's over.
Yeah.
If we can go up 8-0, this game's over. And just like that, nice.
Okay, number 1, the top half of the 6th inning for the Leopardettes.
Just a real quick, people saw Hallie Harris come out of the game earlier, having talked to Hunter a little bit. They're going to go get it x-rayed. They're not sure. They're going to get the I believe it was her right wrist x-rayed after the game. Prayers that there's nothing wrong there because not only does she play softball, but she cheers.
Yeah.
And that's going to fall ball back to the left, and that's going to get a vehicle.
Oh.
Got that red card.
Chill. And you know what? That's really not good because Hallie is a very key, important part of that cheer team, and they go to regionals this week.
Yeah, they go to regionals this week. And but here's a good thing. No, this is going to sound bad, but it's cheer. We're at softball right now.
Coach Carpenter say that.
Good job by Kaylin. That's 2 out for the 6th inning.
Second out of the inning for the Leopardette.
And I mean no disrespect to the cheer team by no means, but if she does have a broke wrist, she can still play softball. She can still run.
Yeah. Those girls can flip and turn. That's something I would never be able to do.
No, it's as athletic as anything I've ever seen.
Yeah. I can't throw nobody up in there, let alone my kids. And I definitely wouldn't be able to throw a teenage girl
No,
up in the air.
and Coach Carp and Coach Inman, they do a great job with those girls year in, year out. And, you know, I get to see some of the girls that are in Tara's class and, you know, they're excited about going to regional.
They're a very talented
They
group.
are a great group. You know, you got Cannon Russell and, you know, they lost out on KK this year because KK with her knee, but
But we are seeing KK one without her brace.
well, you should never see her without her base. You should see her without crutches.
Okay. Walking. We could see her walking. We did see her walking homecoming.
Yes.
So she is getting better and better by the day. I think she also is able to.
No. You got a break right there.
We also were able to see her cheer
Yes.
a little bit Friday night.
Yeah, she got to cheer a little bit Friday night. Now she had to stand there, like she said.
Yeah.
But it's progress, and she's seeing it.
She was able to do when we
Right.
first started this. She was just stationary.
Having been in those shoes. Boy, you talk about all of a sudden getting tight.
Yeah. And this is what we were worried about is we did not want his strike zone to be even for both sides. And then all of a sudden his strike zones went away and it's kind of just like it's on the plate.
It's almost like he's trying to even the ball game out, and
Yeah.
that's not.
And that's not how we need
No.
this game.
At the beginning of the game, that was a strike.
Oh, no doubt.
That was a strike.
Absolutely
It was
was.
a strike. That girl's headed back to the dugout.
Oh, no doubt.
Think that maybe his strike zone definitely is tightening up and maybe he wants it over the middle of the plate now.
Yeah.
But that's not how we need to be. We need
No.
the pitchers to be able to get those pitches.
Oh.
Now
You got
that
two
right
outs.
there you have to be careful with because Chloe yesterday was just inches away from throwing somebody out from center field on first base or running
Oh,
to
to first base.
She was not
No,
running.
and she about got her.
Yeah.
So
Like inches away. So that's going to be a pinch runner for Comanche with 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th inning with number 21 coming up to the plate.
you know, again, we had the junior high game beforehand, and so you got a lot of Comanche fans here because they're here for the junior high. They held over. Same thing for the junior high, and a hard foul ball down the left side bounces off to the concession stand.
The truck. Nope. It's going to get a car.
Get a car, only bumper. But, you know, it's fun to see. Here we are on a school night at, you know, almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
Midweek.
and it's you know, it's packed.
Hey, I'm still voting for us to get some bleachers like Comanche has out
Oh,
there.
we need them in that right field
Yeah.
right there.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can get somebody to sponsor it.
Sky Bobs.
Maybe get somebody to sponsor it and build it for us. Foul ball to the right side,
The kids have moved this time.
and that's going to get a truck somewhere. Looks like it got a bumper. But, you know, these girls just, if they win, when this game's over, if we come out with the lead that we need, as long as they win the 3 games remaining Thursday and Friday, it don't even have to be close.
I think McLean's got some dirt in her eyes. I think maybe that batter kind of
Yeah.
stirred some dirt up behind there.
You know, there's no time limit in these games, and so, you know, McLean will squirt some water in her eye or squirt some saline in her eye here, and
She probably has contact, so that really is a big irritation too when the dirt comes up in there.
you know, Madison wears glasses and contacts, and that's one of the things that, you know, the eye doctor did tell her, hey, look, softball season, probably ought to take those contacts out.
Yeah.
You know, we got 2 strikes
Yeah.
right here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this, you know, to get out of this 6th inning would
Listen.
be huge.
Guys, there ain't nothing hard enough to affect the little stinger. I promise.
And that's
It's gonna be a
gonna
good ball to
throw-
Lily. Able to keep it in front, but
You know, that's
Indians
a little
are
uncharacteristic of
here.
Lily, but again, the key is that she kept it in front of her.
Absolutely.
It didn't go to the
Indians-
outfield, held the runner at second. You know, I like her chances still. With, you know, you see Madison's going to come in there and say something to Reese. You know, they're talking, and that's what I do like about this team. You know, they're girls.
Yeah.
I'll say that they're girls, but they're very-
It takes very, very little for them to get down on themselves.
and you know, pitchers are
So this is the shortstop for Comanche.
Yes.
With runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th.
and pitchers are kind of head case divas anyway, and I can say that because mine's one of them. And to see Madison come over and encourage Reese is awesome. Oh, he called that.
Very questionable if he was going to call that. It took him a while to pull up.
McLean held it there like, come on, I'm waiting. So
Like it's been
that's
a
a good
strike all
job selling.
game.
McLean needs to become a car salesman because she sold that one because it looked a little outside. It looked
Reese has a
the good chase pitch right there.
ball to strike to this Comanche batter with 2 outs.
This girl's dangerous. Don't kid yourself.
Absolutely. We were talking about facilities earlier during the junior high game, and I was telling Robert that the Kingston facilities is extremely nice. I've seen all year. But
Yes.
12 years ago, when I was playing on the Kingston field,
Oh, it
it
was
did
junk.
not look like that.
Oh, I
It was
promise you.
junk.
No, it was junk. The coach talked about, and they're actually fixing to upgrade that facility from what he was talking about. He said they're fixing to turf their field. That's the plan.
Yep.
And I hope that at some point we can either get a bond issue or something like it. Oh, ball game. Some out there, not ball game. Don't kid me. Not ball game, but
That's going to end the top half of the 6th innings for the Leopardettes, and we still lead 6-0 here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. We'll take a quick break and stay tuned. Welcome back here to Lindsay, Oklahoma. And we're going to start things off in the bottom of the half, 6th inning with Chloe Broussard.
Oh. here we go.
And this is it. This is where we need to end the game right here.
Yeah, we need 2 runs right here, and that'll close this game out.
I hear the bands. They've been practicing since about like 5 o'clock today.
But I think they have a district marching deal coming
Yes,
up.
They do.
All the OSSA fall stuff districts are coming up,
Yep.
district and to go to state marching championship. And they do well every year. So it's a fun time of season right now because you got football's going back, softball's
And we're
going.
fixing to get into here in
Yeah.
just a few weeks. I mean, we only have 8 games left, but those 8 games can be pushed into a week and a half.
Those 5 games after this week
Yeah.
are huge because you got Washington, you've got games that are against perennial powers. You're going to figure out real fast. She held on to it just long enough, but wow.
Well,
Well, you talk about some reflexes right there.
I think it kind of surprised her. I think the pitcher might have been like, "Oh, look what I found."
But you can see the smile on her face right there. Oh, that was a hard
Right
lick.
back to her.
Absolutely. That was a good job, but just good concentration.
Yeah.
We talked about masks, and, I see the shortstop is the only one on the infield not wearing a mask. I don't care so much about the short and the second baseman. I do always worry about the corners and the
Yeah,
pitcher.
absolutely. And we got one. Yeah, she's gonna take strike 1. Maddie's dad's up here with us right now, and he wants her to jump on that first pitch strike. Every at bat tonight, she has had that first pitch strike.
Yes. And now she's going to see a drop ball right here. Watch. That's the way she's. Oh, fouled it. Nice. Good job. Drop ball. Fouled it out of the play. Good job.
And we talk about the mask situation. Cameron, my son, we play competitive 7U coach pitch.
Right. U-trip.
U-trip, yes. And nobody is mandated to wear a mask, even that young. Even the pitcher, we cannot. That's going to be right back to the pitcher as well for Maddie, and that's going to record the second out of the inning.
It's all right.
For the Indians, and that's going to bring up Brooklyn Brown. And the last time Brooklyn was up, she hit a shot to right center gap. But back to that mask, they're not even made to wear a face mask on the pitcher's mound or anywhere on the infield. And that could get a little scary because those boys can rip the ball even at that age.
Yeah. And, and UTRIP is looking at mandating. I know the pitchers are, I think, in softball at least, are already mandated.
Yes,
but they're actually looking at mandating the whole infield. And I really think that they should.
Right back to the pitcher again, and she's going to record all 3 outs of this inning. And that's going to do us for the bottom of the 6th inning. And we're going into our final 3 outs for the Comanche Lady Indians in the top of the 7th. And we have a lead of 6-0. And stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back to Bronk Jackson Field here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. And we are heading into the top of the 7th inning, and your Leopardettes are leading 6-0 against the Comanche Lady Indians. And we absolutely have to keep this lead.
Absolutely.
With down to their last 3 outs to win this ball game, but not just to win this ball game. It's
basically for the district. As long as we take care of business Thursday and Friday, which I don't see us not.
Should be district champs.
Yes, I believe it's against Marietta on Thursday, 2 against CCS on Friday.
And then the Davis one, it's going to depend.
Check that. Davis
is going to depend on what Davis team wants to show.
Right. Davis on Thursday, 2 CCS on Friday. I said Marietta.
This, though, nobody's going to be able to beat us this week.
Foul ball backing out of play right there. But, we talked about going into this game only needing 4 runs.
Yeah. And that's all we were expecting.
That's all I wanted. But now we've got a 3-run cushion. I don't want to give that cushion up by no means.
Now, not concerns me, I would say, but what warns me is we got our 6 runs early and we haven't added to it since.
Well, we got 4 in the first. We got 2 more in the third or fourth, which is good. But I mean, that's typical. I mean, you see that cool off a little bit, and that's okay. Hard foul ball to the right side out of play, hits the locker room of the
I just would like to
Leopardettes.
see our bats keep going through the 7th. Because when we go to Washington, if the Washington team shows up that we know Washington is, we're going to have a run either every inning or every other inning.
Right. And,
but we have had them down in Sulphur.
Right. So it kind of depends on pitching again, foul ball.
And when we got all of our runs in the first inning against Washington, and then we didn't score again.
Well, it's like we got too loose, and we've talked about that in the past about loose is one thing.
Yeah.
Loose is great, having fun, playing loose, but playing so loose that you're okay
with the errors, okay with just going up there and striking out or a little blooper.
Taking the proverbial taking your foot off the throat type deal. You gotta, when you got a team down, you gotta keep them down. You gotta keep pushing the gas pedal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't let off the gas.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a fly ball to Baron Cruz, and that's gonna
foul ball. He called foul ball. He called foul ball.
The umpire at the plate calling fair, and the field umpire calling foul.
And they're gonna bring her back.
Yep.
He calls foul ball.
That Comanche coach is going to question that because he did call fair.
Yeah, but it's his fault.
Yep, absolutely. And Barron
is sliding out of bounds.
Oh, close.
He almost makes that catch.
Yeah, like inches.
So the Comanche coach is going to sit there and make that. He's going to argue with him about it. But it's in all reality, it is the outfield. I mean, he had the better look at it, not the guy standing on home plate.
and I'm going to be honest, that call was not anywhere near close to fair.
No.
Barron was in foul territory.
Oh, she is in foul territory when she touches the ball.
Yeah. So that was nowhere close.
You know, and if I'm coach, I'm stepping Barron in about 2 steps right here. Hey. Sarah. Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand. If he changes his call now because of the umpire,
Fixing to hear a lot of bad people if he tries to change his call. Frankie had that call, and the home plate umpire does not have this call. Yeah.
foul ball.
And the Comanche Indians are upset, but
And I get it.
Honest,
And I understand.
You're down by 6 runs, but for 2, that ball was nowhere close to being fair. Not anywhere close. Barron was in foul territory when she laid out for that ball. So the fact that he wanted to argue that long about it, yeah. That's a big strikeout by Reese Flood after a very controversial call before that.
And it almost makes you wonder if he wasn't arguing just to try to get her off her game a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
I've seen coaches do that, and he's
kind of get a little bit of frustration with what he just did, only because he knew that ball was foul. He knew it.
right. No. Well, he's standing over there. He's not. If you notice, the first base coach wasn't saying a word.
No, because he saw it too.
So he understood, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's not doing, the coach is not doing his job if he's not fighting for his
Yeah,
goods.
absolutely.
And so I have no problem with him arguing
And
the call.
you're down to your last 3 outs, and you're down 6-0 in the.
You're trying to get a spark somewhere.
Yeah, you've got to.
And this is the pitcher up to bat right here.
And now all the momentum right here is with our Leopardettes. I mean, all of
Absolutely. Every bit of it.
it. And it's going to have to take something big for the Comanche Lady Indians to get.
That's a good miss right there by Reese. High and away. If you want to swing at it, swing at it.
Yeah.
But that's not her pitch to swing at, because
Yeah.
she swings at that, she's got to swing up at it,
Yeah.
which is going to pop the ball up.
Yeah, it's going to take something big for the Comanche Lady Indians to get something going and get a spark going to even just cut into the deficit of
Absolutely.
a 6-0 lead. Big swing and a miss, but that's
Foul
that's
ball.
going to be a foul ball. But I think even if that's not a foul ball, that's a close play, because this is the pitcher and she does have wheels.
Oh, she's got some stinking wheels.
And you can kind of feel the tension
Oh,
between
absolutely.
each sides of the crowd. I mean, they're not happy with the call.
And I get
We
it.
got all the momentum, and it's
That's strikeout number 2 for the inning.
cut her down right there by Reese Flood, and that's strikeout number 2 for this inning. And the Comanche Lady Indians are down to their final out of the game, and I think we're going to see a pinch runner right here.
Pinch hitter.
It's going to be number 23 for number 20. No, well, who's the number 23 for number 34? So,
Yeah, this is the girl. 34 is the girl that hit the home runs.
and she's just playing the field for, I think.
Yeah.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Leopardettes. We have a 6-0 lead. Indians are down to their final out of this district matchup. And with this big win of 6-0 potentially for the Leopardettes, this will put them in the lead for a district championship and the potential to host a regional tournament right here in Lindsay, Oklahoma.
Well, again, we talked about this. They haven't won a district title since 2017.
Big strikeout right there to start that bat for Reese Flood. Now they're down to their 2 final strikes.
You know, and don't take anything away from Comanche.
No, absolutely
Comanche's
not.
a great team, and they'll go on to a regional somewhere, and they'll make a lot of noise.
Right there, 23.
I would love to see the top 2 teams, us and Comanche, make it to state out of our district.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's
Both
very
teams
possible.
have the potential.
Oh, absolutely.
We just caught Comanche on maybe an off day, and that's going to do it for the Leopardettes. And we're going to take this big district matchup against the Comanche Lady Indians.
They needed this.
6-0. And that will secure this series win for
Yes.
the Leopardettes.
Now we move to Thursday.
Now we
play Davis. We have to take care of business. Don't let this fool you. Yes, this is huge.
Yes.
But we still have business to take care of. We have 3 district games left.
Yep.
1 against Davis, 2 against CCS. Very, 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 very
They're
critical.
still very key. We have to keep our foot on the pedal from here on out.
Oh yeah, no,
From
we
here
have
on out,
we have
we
no
just-
business. We cannot let up off of it.
No, absolutely not. And if you'll give us just a second, we're going to get some Leopardettes up here and we'll come back for some interviews right here on the Lindsay Sports Network. And welcome back here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. We are with the winning coach tonight, Coach Edwards for the Lindsay Leopardettes. And Coach Edwards, tell us how big that win right there is important to your program.
Oh man, I don't know if I can tell you how big it is. I mean, that puts us in the driver's seat. We got 3 games left this week. We got to take care of business. We're going to be the better team, I feel like, in all 3 games.
Yeah.
If we come out and do the things that we play like that, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat us.
Absolutely. And that's what we said. Keep the foot on the pedal from here on out. This week is a very big week, even though we're not too worried about the CCS game. Davis, there's no telling what kind of Davis team is going to show up, but this win right here tonight was the most important win of the night. And tell us about that call with Barron out there and what we thought was just straight foul territory. And then the Comanche coach is kind of arguing. What What was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, the issue was that you had two different umpires call two different things. The home plate umpire called it fair. The guy out in the field called it foul. I've done a little bit of umpiring, and from what I remember, and I could be wrong on this, anything past the bag that the outside guy has it, the field guy, and he called it foul. If it's in front of the bag, the home plate guy has it. That could be wrong, but to be honest with you, I don't really care. He called it foul, and I'll take it.
And you know what? If he would have overturned that call, it could have potentially excuse us. If that call would have been turned over, that momentum with no outs could have went to Comanche, and that could have potentially, I don't think that it could have affected our win, but it could have affected our points going into this week.
Right. Yeah. Every run matters. Every run matters. It's that when you get down to the point system like that, it makes a huge difference. If you end up in a tie, I mean, that happened to us last year, to be honest. Us and Comanche both finished with the same record. They outscored us or their run differential was 3 points higher. And sometimes it comes down to that. So every run is important, and it changes the whole aspect of the inning. The next pitch we get the strikeout, you feel a whole lot better starting with one out than you do with a runner on potentially second or third base. And the girls knew, everybody knew we had to hold them. We had to win by at least 4. So, they start with a runner on base. It makes everybody a little tighter also. So
Talk about your defense today, because in my opinion, that's the best I've seen our defense play all year. They showed up, they were ready to play, they were on their toes. They didn't let much by them, and what they did bobble a little bit, stayed in front of them, and they were able to make a play.
Yeah. It's sometimes managing the inning. If you can limit the damage and not let that inning turn into a 2 or 3 run inning, you can survive 1 run innings a lot of times. But whenever you compound it and let them get 2 runs and 3 runs, and you start worrying about who's on base and not focus back in and move on to the next play, then it can go south on you. But I really proud of the girls. They they stayed in the game the whole time. The energy was good. They played together the whole time, and it was I just couldn't be happier for them.
Absolutely. One more thing before we go to the girls. Your daughter, Sophie, she gets to play on my little one's T-ball team. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, he's got a little softball player on his hands. She was diving after balls and getting those outs, and she was tagging them on their helmets, and she was just as happy as can be. And how does that feel as a dad to know, coaching softball, that you're going to be able to do this for a while?
Oh, it's one of those things before you have kids that, being a person that played sports, you look forward to your kids playing it. And if they don't, it's whatever makes them happy, obviously. But, the other day, and unfortunately, I missed the game. I was here with the girls. We had a game, and I told Sophie that, I like my softball girls to be dirty whenever the game's over. So my wife told me she was out there sliding for no reason. She was going to get dirty.
Absolutely. So thank you, Coach Edwards, and congratulations on a big district win.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we have McLean Stinnett and Maddie McGowan right here with us. Maddie, tell us, on that play right before the inning ended in the 7th, where Barron dove after that foul ball, And there was kind of a little controversy call. What was you thinking if that call was going to be turned over or not?
I was really hoping it was going to stay foul, and I thought it was foul the entire time. But I mean, those coaches were kind of getting at it with the umpires, and I thought they were going to overturn it. But some umpires, if you start fighting with them, they're not going to give you anything. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you come up to the plate today, what was your main adjustment between every single at bat?
I had to start adjusting with my step on my timing. She was a lot slower than we've seen lately, coming from this tournament to today. So I was having to try and adjust on my timing with my step, which obviously wasn't going too well. But
yeah, and your dad broadcasts up here with me.
Yeah,
and he wants you to start attacking that first pitch.
Yeah, I did that on the first one, but I don't like attacking the first pitch because you don't get deep in your count. You don't see that pitch that you really want. Like if that first pitch is the one that you want and you go for it, I do, but. You just got to see the count and work your count a little bit.
Now, there was one defensive play that we saw that you had to go deep into the hole to get a ball and then race back to first base. And you and Jaden kind of had a little bit of miscommunication. Did you call her off and tell her, no, I got it?
We were both saying, I got it. And me and Jaden are both really stubborn people as it is. And so, but it was one of those things that this weekend we had a couple of errors there. Me and Braley in the same place. So I didn't want that to happen again. So I just went over there and raced back to first as quick as I could.
Now, did that Comanche runner trip over your foot?
She actually ran right into Jaden.
Oh, okay. Perfect. McLean, we haven't got to see you behind the plate very often just because of your injuries this year. What does it feel like to be able to be behind the plate in a big district game for your team?
It feels really good just to be able to play for my teammates and just be back to how I used to be and not play when I hurt all the time.
Yep.
And it's just really fun to play the game when we play like that and play for each other and not just be selfish all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And your first at bat, you drilled one almost, I'm pretty sure to the fence, I think it was. What was you thinking coming up to that first at bat in the 2-hole?
It's different from I was in 4-hole most of the season and he moved me up, and then just that first pitch, the first pitch I didn't swing at, she inside of me, and I thought, okay, we're going to do inside. So that second pitch, I just saw it and I just took it. She's still jamming a little bit, but I just try to keep it in the fair.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming into this game, did y'all realize how big of a game this was?
Yes. We were in the locker room with the speaker getting hyped. We were
awesome.
We were ready.
And
we knew we had to score at least 4. So
absolutely. Yeah. And once we scored 4, we were all up here saying, okay, we got our 4. Now let's just keep adding and adding. So looking forward to next week, or to this week, we have Davis and CCS. Do you agree that we just need to keep our foot on the pedal and just keep going?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I mean, as many points as we can.
Yes, absolutely. We want to host a regional here, and that's going to be the goal. We want a district championship, which hasn't been done since 2017. So you definitely want to get that advantage of being able to play on your home field. So, girls, I appreciate y'all jumping on, and congratulations on a big win.
Already.
Oh. And welcome back to Lindsay, Oklahoma. And we have Reese Flood and Chloe Broussard here with us to do a couple of interviews. Reese, you came out firing from the moment go. What was your mentality coming into this big district game?
Super hyped. Before the game, we came into the dugout and we had hats, we had speakers, we had bells, we had drumsticks, and everybody was just super hyped, really wanted to win that game, and it carried onto the field, and it just snowballed throughout the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. You stepped up to the plate and you made a shot to the fence out there, and that kind of really set the tone. You were able to capitalize on a pitch that you seen very well, and then everybody just started hitting. What was your focus going to the plate?
Hit the ball, give your team something to snowball off of, and set the tone for the game, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to swing at a lot of, if it's there, I'm going to swing at it. I'm not gonna watch it. Now, if I know I can't hit it, I'm not going to swing. But that pitch was like right there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my chance, and just, yep.
Absolutely. Now, do you think you could have made it home?
Okay, if I didn't stand there, because the sun was like out in right field, and I kind of looked at it, and I thought it was foul. So if I didn't look at it, because she started like running backwards, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go. So maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I was up here saying, go, go, go. You have the speed to do it. And you know what? You pitched an impressive game. You didn't let the strike zone tightening up late in the game get you down. You came full force and you're ready to go. So, you know what? Congratulations on picking up a big win for us.
Thank you.
Going into this week, what do you expect for your teammates and for you for these next big district games?
Well, that set the tone for the rest of the week.
Absolutely.
I expect that every single time we play.
Yeah, absolutely. Chloe, being the lone senior here, you know, what did you tell your teammates to get them ready for this game?
You know, I just told them, like, we got, 2 weeks left, you know, like, make the best of it. You know, we came out there and we played a heck of a game, and just, like, trying to get everybody hype and get everybody going it was good. I mean, everybody was on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely. You had a shot straight to the pitcher in the 4th or 5th inning, and that pitcher was kind of like, oh gosh, I caught it.
Yeah.
What was you thinking after you hit that really hard line drive to her?
I mean, I was just, as soon as it came off the bat, I knew it was a good hit. And then she caught it, and I was like, dang, you know what? It's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? You've never gotten down after these at-bats that maybe you've struck out, maybe you've just grounded out, and you've kept it going for your teammates, and you're a catalyst out there in center field for them. Yesterday, I seen you almost throw out a girl from center field to first base because she just thought she had a easy single. Do you think every time you get the ball out there in center field, you're going to throw it to first?
It kind of just depends on the girl, you know. If she's just lollygagging, going to first, you know, I'll take my chances. But you just got to be ready every play, you know.
You are going into your final games. Excuse me. You're going into your final games of your Lindsay career. What do you expect going in?
I just want to have fun, you know. I know my teammates got my back, and you know, I just want to make the best of it while I'm still here. So,
absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for tonight. And
can we say one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
We just want to thank everybody who showed up. We had an awesome student section. The crowd was so full, and I want to thank everybody who came on and watched. Keep watching. We'll try to keep giving you a reason to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all had coaches.
Yeah.
You had a ton of students here. I think you had almost every single coach from your coaching staff in the school system here. So you know what, ladies? Keep pushing, and that district championship is going to be yours. Congratulations on a big win.
Thank you.
And that'll do us, ladies and gentlemen, from Lindsay, Oklahoma, here in Brock Jackson Field, where your Leopardettes take a 6-0 lead, or 6-0 win over the Comanche Lady Indians for a big district game. And we will see you, I believe it's Thursday at here against Davis. And have a good night.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag